Alright. I will apologize in advance if my energy flags a little faster than usual. The heat wave is quite... it was quite bad. I had to go out in the world and do a bunch of errands. And along with that, I also did not get good sleep last night, so I do apologize if I have lapses in if I have lapses in general, either in judgment or mental acuity. Fingers crossed I don't play too poorly today. Fingers crossed, you know? Ah, jeez. Also just, you know, generally, I think today's a good day to remind myself and others that, hey, make sure you take care of yourself. I know that the heat wave is going to catch a lot of people off guard. I've heard a lot of things about people, you know, having, you know, really rough times with the weather lately. But I think just in general, physically, emotionally, you know, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I think this is a good time to check in, make sure that everyone's, you know, we're all doing good, that we're taking care of ourselves. It's really easy to let some things go to the wayside, you know, when it's not convenient. But I think taking care of ourselves should never be a matter of luxury or convenience, you know? So, also, I just want to mention, I do appreciate that they will replay these huge cutscenes. I do appreciate they replay these every time, because now at least I get some different musical variety when I'm sitting here waiting for stream to start. Also, hi, Rock. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, first too. So I do appreciate that they have these things happening again. Man, that was fast. it skipped right back to the main menu, huh? Let's see. Does it? Question, what does it do? How's the save menu? There it is, yep. Because the bridge that leads deeper into Engar has been destroyed, Kraden has changed the meeting place to an alternate route. A cave under the Kampa ruins, meet him there. I remember this now. I remember that basically every area... My current theory is that every area has a djinn, and I just either lack the means to find it, or it's in plain sight. That is truly the method. And I do appreciate that this has the summary. We did start our journey. We got to see Isaac and Garrett after so long. We didn't see Jenna or... I know her name is slipping on me right now. But our female party member, her father is the wind mage from the first game, and his name is Ivan. She's Ivan's daughter. Her name is slipping though for me. I swear, you know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be once I learn their names, it'll take a few streams. But we got used to the combat system again, which is essentially the same as the first game. Well, first two, but still. I kind of consider the two Golden Sun Game Boy games as one game, which I think is more so because of how they function, more than any sort of like, yeah, Karis and Tyrell. I'm gonna be honest, their names are gonna slip so fast on me. I think it's specifically Karis. I'm not sure why, but I think her name, maybe it's just because I haven't said it enough times. And Tyrell. I feel like Tyrell might be the one where I'm like, okay, brother, what's on with you? Let's see. I'll recover. I had the realization I could probably just really quickly recover all of our HP. So far, though, most of the systems from the original are intact. There's the additions I think that are solid are, well, this map is pretty good. But we have the Encyclopedia and the Djinn Guide. I think the Encyclopedia might be my favorite addition, because it's a bit of a precursor to a lot of later games work where they will have this sort of thing where you can check lore mid cutscene, and that's pretty solid. I do like it a lot. Yeah, most of last stream was just learning systems and checking things over again. Oh, I didn't even know I could change the message speed. I might change the message speed to fast. No, I'll just leave it. It's fine. Okay. Oh, that's right. I'm using the D-pad for this one. Okay, and right, we saved here because we found a Djinn here. Because there was a Djinn. I was going to go forward, but then there was a Djinn that I had to go back and find. I remember now. Yeah, I'm going to drink some water really quick. I would say this is one of those few times where I would say outright, if you aren't hydrating, like I just mean just plain water, or maybe some with electrolytes, today would be the day to hydrate. I think today and tomorrow, this heat, you need to be hydrating right now. Because, holy. I had to go out for a few hours. I had to run some errands, one of which included getting my guitar restrung, which thankfully was just like, I just took it in, they did it right there, which is, that's not normal for me. Normally it's I leave it for a day or two and then I get it back, but it was just a, you know, they just did it there. But the in and out of air-conditioned buildings into the hot air, I think it was like almost 100 degrees outside. It was like 98 or something all day in direct sunlight, and that was awful. It was awful to be outside, man. So, and I recognize that there's a lot of people who have to work outside all day, and I am blessed to not have to. But, man, my thoughts and prayers for everybody who has to be outside and all this crap. Good God, dude. It's awful. It is awful out there. I really hope everybody's able to get... I hope everyone's able to take proper time to make sure they don't die. Alrighty, we get to fight. Let's see. I think we just handle this... I think it's the same thing every time. I don't think we have... I don't think I have much to worry about. Plasma impact. I think I just hit him with the whirlwind. And Tyrell, I think I can hit him with the... Try Starburst. I mean, it's a candy, but still, it should be good. Should be solid damage if you throw it hard enough. Okay. Oh, that was enough. Okay, so that was enough damage. Not bad. Those, okay, so fire is super effective on them. Not bad at all. I do appreciate that this game, I feel like it's like the way that you make it clear what, this is something I actually think I failed at personally. And it's something I don't think I really understand how to program into RPG Maker. Is in Red Genie, I don't think I made it, besides the numbers being different, like you very clearly see a number difference. I don't think I made it very clear what was effective, what was super effective, and what was not very effective. That's something I think older games didn't really do that, but I think with the games I've played, I probably should have implemented it better in my own stuff. I think the next RPG game I make, I'm definitely going to try and find a way to implement. Here's what's like, oh, this did extra damage. If they're like, you know, they're weak to it, it should highlight it. It is definitely something I need to work on for next time. Also, Nahamaha got second. Hope all's good today. Something up here? No. Or maybe there is. If I run around in a circle here and I see, oh, there's a singular bat. All right, this is where I mash buttons. This is where I mash buttons, truly. We just hit this guy with big damage. Easy peasy. Easy bat. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing all right. I think today was a bit much for me physically. I had to go out in the heat a lot. It was kind of gross, and I got my errands done, which was good, but by the time I got home, I was very tired. I also had a very bad night's sleep. I just realized how bad it's gonna sound if I say how much sleep I got last night. Man, I'll just be transparent. I went to bed around. I think I was in bed around 11:30, 11:45, and I slept until like 2:30, and then my dog was going nuts for some reason, and then I did not get back to sleep. I could not actually fall back asleep, so I just laid in bed for so I got like 2 hours. So hopefully tonight will be a bit more restful, but somehow I've been able to make this I've been making today work somehow, which I don't know if that's perseverance or I don't know what to call it, honestly. I don't think it's something to be proud of that I've been able to keep awake and alert this whole time. I don't think that's a pride thing. I really don't think that's something I'm like, no, yeah, that's a good thing to do. It's like, no, that's not good. I should be getting my full 8 hours, frankly. But I'm doing all right. I feel like overall today was very productive. I didn't get a lot of writing done. I looked at my word count and I have to really let it go that it's like the word count is supposed to be here's your progress, not oh you feel bad about not getting more words. It's like no, it's about keeping track so I know that oh I got words in today. I am very proud of the scene I've been working on though. There's this one scene in the book I've been actually quite proud of, and most of it's because I think I really I'm appreciating the characters I'm working with right now, and it's similar to when I'm streaming games and I get an appreciation by spending time with the characters. When I'm writing a book, it's a similar process where because I spend so much time with the characters, not just that because when you plan a story, I think when you plan the story, it's a different process than when you're actually in the middle of writing it, if that makes sense. Kind of like when you're writing a book or you're making a game, it's a little different a perspective than when you're actively putting those characters in their situations. You know, you're putting them in the world they're going to be in. And I think because you start to get this feeling about who these characters really are going to be by the end of it. And I think that's what you're feeling. You know, it's like you get that sense of, oh, these are who these characters truly are. Because you spent all this time writing them, they've built out their history, and by the end of the book, you know these people, and in some cases, you know what's going to happen, and it's more emotional at least for me. I hope this never stops happening. I've had a few times where I've written death scenes, and I'm sitting there bawling my eyes out writing it, because I'm like, dude, I knew this was coming, and I'm crying over it. Because it's like, well, yeah, because I spent all this time with this character, and now it's time for me and them to separate in that sense, and it's like, oh, it sucks. I hope I hope there's never a case where I'm writing a death scene and I don't get emotional doing it. Because I think in some way it's like, when you're the writer, it's like, well, you're the one who decided this has to happen, in a sense. Like, yeah, it's what was going to happen, but it's like, yeah, but you're still deciding to commit to the bit. I think that can be an emotional process, you know? Ugh. I do not like the dissonance of this piece. Huh. I did do some refreshing on I read some material to refresh myself on some game design terminology, some words I wanted to talk about. And I actually found one that I really want to talk about, and it's related to something I usually talk about, where I talk about leading lines. And because I focus on the shapes and the angles when it comes to describing a space, but another way to describe space in level design and in game design is positive and negative space. Positive space is basically where are your things, and negative space is where are your things not. Which sounds it's very reductive to say it like that, but basically, space where it's like empty space is where your negative space is, and your positive space is where you put your stuff. And the flow of a level is basically you put your positive spaces are interspersed, and then there's the void of negative space between them. But negative space is not necessarily empty in the same way as like a box is empty. It's like when you have negative space between two positive spaces, that negative space becomes sort of like the current of a river. And some players will fight that current, or they will divert it by going around or along, or they'll do things to subvert the course. But that's not a bad thing all the time. But one thing that is notable is that when you draw out your maps and you draw your worlds, that the flow of your spaces should be naturally positive to positive to positive, with negative space that naturally brings the player to each new section. And some of this comes down to shape design, comes down to like how you lay out your places. Some of this comes from real life psychology. Some of it comes from what you do to build real spaces. It's sort of like when you design a house, you decide, okay, how do the rooms flow into one another? And that's the sort of stuff you really have to stop and consider. Okay, what do you want me to do here? I see this. I see that right there. But why do you want me to do freeze stuff? I see the freeze stuff. What do you want from me? Let's see. It took 2 attacks to... Let's see what Earthquake does. I think Tyrell technically does more damage anyway. Oh, they take no damage from wind. Got it. They are taking nothing. Understood. They're taking nothing. But I think, too, in real-life architecture and also in... I would also say that this happens as well in storytelling, is that you want to have your player moving from beat to beat without stopping. Let's see. I go... Okay, I see that there's a outer... Oh, man. Okay, this map is weird. Okay. Okay. What does this say? Is this interactable? It is. Within this place, we celebrate the gift of synergy and pay homage to the natural world for its rich bounty. That's very nice. Is this the same sign? Glorious power held within these hallowed halls will be released again when the world once more has need of it. Well, I'm sure that's not... Ooh. I'm sure that's not ominous. Okay, I'm guessing these guys are weak to fire then. At least I would hope so. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble otherwise. Yeah, they're not taking much from wind and earth, so I'm guessing Tyrell's going to be the one doing the big damage here. At least I would hope so. Okay, yeah, he's definitely doing the big damage here. Whew. I will say one thing that's a little tough with this one is that... Actually, I guess I could just play... I just realized I could just play using OBS, because OBS is closer to me. Because sometimes I have to strain my eyes a little bit to look at the screen. Because it's a little bit further. You haven't missed anything so far, by the way. Oh, that's good. Well, that's good. Alrighty. I'm guessing that... Man, there are a lot of doors and stairways. We'll have to start checking everything, huh? Oh, good lord. Okay, that's a lot. There's a lot going on in this place. This is not helping my brain. Oh, what is... Oh, wait, this is a... Oh, I know what this is. Hang on. This is... Hang on. This. Yes? No. What? What synergy do you desire from me? I thought that would have been a whirlwind one, but I thought so. Okay. Most of these rooms are pretty much the same. Oh, hello. Oh, big statue. Okay. Well, this is a conundrum and a half, and I'm not sure how to feel about it yet. Definitely an interesting layout. I'm not sure what to make of it yet. I see all these buttons, but how do I activate them? Oh god. This is gonna be one of those puzzles that I have to stare at for a while, huh? Guessing I have to get it to the 3rd floor because I see the doorway. I haven't gone in this doorway yet. Anything in here? Oh, there is. Tablet here reveals a higher truth. To decipher its ancient glyphs, fit the 4 petals of wisdom into their place. Okay, this one I'm guessing goes right here. I'm guessing this one goes right here. Yep. Okay. Strange glyphs written on this tablet. They seem important, but you can't understand them. I see. Oh, we probably get the other petals by going to... This place is big for the first real dungeon. It feels kind of like... It's funny. The place I'm thinking of is... I think the first dungeon in Phantom Hourglass on the DS has a similar feeling. I don't know if it's exactly... I wouldn't say it's exactly the same, but it definitely gives me that same feeling of... Oh, this place is a lot more than you anticipate when you first come here, you know? Like, this definitely feels like the player is expected to be here for a little bit. Zombie. Let's see if just attacking is enough to kill it. Yeah, this is a surprisingly large space. I will say that we were just talking about positive and negative space. One thing that I always find a bit nebulous is, what do I consider hallways? Because hallways, if we consider how buildings are actually made in real life, hallways are essentially a liminal space. And a lot of... And the orb moves into place, the power of Earth shall be released, revealing the way forward. Oh, okay. Well, that's not too hard. But the thing with hallways is that hallways are liminal spaces, And I know that liminal spaces might be like, I think it's kind of, it's like, I think backrooms might be the thing that's, it's like taken over that term. But a liminal space is really like, it's a transitionary area. It's transient. Basically, it's, you're passing through it and its purpose is to be passed through. You're not really meant to linger in a hallway in the same way that you linger in like a living room. And like a building, like airports are liminal spaces. You're not really meant to stay in an airport. You're meant to go in, get on your plane, and then you're gone. Like, you're not really meant to stay in longer than necessary. And in this game's case, I do wonder, because hallways kind of sit... I think video games, hallways kind of sit in both. They kind of sit in this weird spot where it's like, if I were to say, if it's like, I like to describe level design as having like the structure of an atom, because I know that positive and negative space tends to be the only thing people really talk about, but I personally do also think that I am of the mind that there's also, because there's positive and negative, but I also think there's neutral, where neutral's kind of like those places meant to be. It's like if you need to stay there, they're a positive space. If they're not a place you need to be or you don't want to be, it's a negative space. It's sort of like their valence state can change. Like a hallway, if you need to grind for levels in this game, in a game, a hallway becomes a positive state, you know? But if you're not struggling and you don't need to stay, you don't need to linger in that place, then it's closer to a negative space. But there are some hallways in games that I have found that are genuinely some of the most important grind spots in games, and they become a positive space. They have like positive energy because, okay, this is a space you are going to linger because of mechanical purposes. I guess that would also be part of it, is if you linger in a place for mechanical reasons, that can sometimes fundamentally change if a space becomes positive or negative in like its and how it's experienced. I would even argue that this game does a solid job of having all three. We've had examples of all three, I would say, at least in my opinion. Because I think this game has so far done pretty well to apply those principles. Whoa. Okay, so does that activate? It does activate those. Okay. So now, oh, those are elevators now. Okay, so now they just work as elevators. I see. Okay, these are just on. Yeah. Not bad. Okay, cool. But I think some of these places, like some of these hallways, when you're just running back and forth through them, they are like, they're just meant to be transitionary spaces between where you are and where you want to go. But not quite, they're not really important, you know? It's like the hallways are not, you're not really staying in them for much longer than necessary. Whereas exudes the smell of decay. Okay. Well, that ain't too bad. He's dead. But I would say like big rooms like this sort of, they sort of flow between being positive and negative. Okay. I do have a curiosity. If I leave the dungeon space, I don't think it'll leave me. It'll do anything, but okay. Where does this just takes me up here, yeah? Okay, yeah. Ah. Bye, dare. There's those two items on the outside of this place that I want to go get. I'm pretty sure there are just doors that go out to them, but I need to get to them. Got an antidote. That's not too bad. I do kind of worry that fights already are kind of... I would not say they're whatever, but I do think that some of the fights have definitely already become routine. I think it's more so because this game's combat system is something I'm already familiar with. It's definitely something I already know. And I don't think this game has really changed the combat much from the first game. I think the only real difference is how quickly we acquire or, you know, lose certain options. I will not lie, I don't think I fully grasped where all of the things I need. If I go this way. Nope. Okay. Good to know. I think the music is also a little bit... I'll be honest, this dungeon music does not invoke... I don't think it's as strong as some of the other... At least to me, I don't think it's as strong as some of the other dungeon music we've heard before. I think that is very much a subjective take, though. I think that's a very subjective take of, okay, do I like the music? But I think it's mainly because it feels dissonant without having movement. It's meant to be, it kind of feels like the music itself is trying to be stationary. Kind of like you're stuck in a labyrinth. And that's well and good, but I don't think it's quite what I need, what's needed for this kind of space. I think the mystery without that feeling of a mystery, but not quite getting what we want from a space meant for solving puzzles. Can I move that from here? I can. I'm kind of surprised I can move that. I feel like the range of the move ability is not quite what I expect at times. Okay. If I want to comb this place clean, it is going to be a bit more work for sure. We definitely are going to be here a little bit longer. Hey, Edge, how's it going today? Hope all's good. Let's see. Where am I going? Wait. Hope all is good on your end. I'll go deploy my boy in a moment. Let me finish this puzzle. Let me go get my boy. Boy. There we go. Most excellent. I have been only hearing bits and pieces about... I will say, the World Cup, I feel so bad for athletes that have to compete in weather such as this. Like, holy crap, dude. I think this current heat wave must be absolutely toasting so many people. Not even just the athletes, also the people watching. Holy crap, dude. Gotta be disgusting out there. Oh, whoops. Did I just have to press the switch? Huh. Okay. I just have to press the switches. Okay, so that is a shortcut. That gives us a shortcut back to where we started. The ad break is coming soon. One thing I haven't figured out yet is how to get to the upper level. I feel like I missed something. Oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't miss something. Maybe it's just that I need to go forward some more. I definitely presume that more than... You should probably presume that I'm just not quite far enough in the dungeon to know yet, rather than presuming that I'm missing something right away. Go. Honestly, this puzzle's not too bad. I don't know if this is my favorite puzzle. I think it's pretty solid, but I don't know if it's my favorite. I think something about it feels more like, yeah, I know what the answer is. It's just mostly, okay, at least I know what the answer is for those things, for the blocks. Blocks are definitely not the part that we are going to be confused on. Because they're landing right next to the spot they need to go in. Which makes sense because it's the sort of thing where if you put the solution out of position, it'd just be a lot of unnecessary pushing. Because you're pushing those blocks around and it's just a lot of messing around with the blocks rather than actually Rather than making progress, you know? It's not quite as exciting. Spider 1 and Spider 2. Let's see. Ad break is coming. I might just... Some part of me is wondering if I should just slow it down. Hope you're well. I'm doing all right. I think the heat got to me a little bit today, but I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm feeling pretty solid. I'm grateful that I only had to be outside so much of the day, you know? I only had to be out for absolutely necessary things, and that's good enough for me, you know? Whew. Alrighty. I think one thing maybe that's also I'm noticing with this game, and maybe it's something that Golden Age and Golden Age the Lost Age handled a little bit better, is that I think this game there is something missing. And I think that might be what's kind of raising an eyebrow for me. And it's that we haven't really been introduced to an antagonist yet. Okay, question. Oh god. I think that is something that I'm a bit surprised by up to this point, is that we haven't been introduced to an antagonist. And I think that might be what's confusing me. Because Golden Sun 1, I think its introduction really set a high bar, that first off. But also in general, it's a little, I think it's a little odd when either a minor antagonist, or even just so much as I would even say even just like some sort of antagonizing force that's personal is introduced, right? This game is kind of curious because it's producing a man versus nature plot right now, but I'm not quite sure how that's gonna land, you know? I kind of feel like I wouldn't say it's bad. That's not what I want to say, but I want to say that it's a curious move because it's not quite, it's the sort of thing where it's not quite as investing in the same way to deal with man versus nature without having a lot of the investment in a character, right? Sort of like, I'm thinking of like Ghibli movies where if man versus nature is the plot, part of what makes a Ghibli movie work is that there are personal stakes for the main characters. I guess just to like wrap everybody in on the conversation, one thing I'm noticing with this game having the man versus nature plotline up to this point, because this really is like, okay, it is our party trying to solve the problem of why the heck are these synergy storms happening? Why is the synergy going absolutely nuts? Why is the power of alchemy losing its collective brain cells? And that is framed as man versus nature. So I think this game doing so without quite giving us, I think you know what I think it might be? I'm trying to piece together why it's probably my fault. It's probably my fault it's all going wrong. I don't know. I'd be impressed if you were able to destabilize all of the forces of alchemy in a single space. I mean, I guess I don't know your full power, but like, I mean, it's most impressive, but a little concerning if that's the case. It's just like, as our local Twitch viewer is capable of destabilizing the entirety of the environment by just simply existing. I think the only Twitch-related thing I know of that can destabilize the environment with movement is Queso, but like, you should be surprised at my capabilities to unmessing things up. I feel like it would be actually insane if it's like the most horrifying Jar Jar Binks type event is accidentally destabilizing the ecosystem by dropping a rock on a big frog. Oops. Oops. Unfortunately for the frogs, I am the enemy. Just like, it just seems very funny to think about it in that context. Just the concept of, I am such an enemy to... such an enemy... Butterfly effect, baby. You know, that is one thing I think most fiction has to handle in a way that feels right. Is that basically, cause and effect in fiction is basically a very controlled butterfly effect, you know? Like, when you're reading a book, it's like, okay, something happens, and then further along in the story, other things happen because this thing happened, right? And I feel like that's something that it's hilarious when you see it in such a direct fashion, because it just feels very silly. We're gonna Starburst. There we go. Honestly, Plasma's still pretty solid damage. We're gonna have so much money after this, and I'm gonna spend it on like 2 swords. Okay. I think I'm only back here because I think I missed something, but I think I'm very wrong too. I feel like this is not correlating in my brain well. I will also, I'll just remind everybody, I will also apologize. If I seem slightly off, like mentally, like I will offer my apologies in so much that it is probably because of either the sleep deprivation, the heat, or some various amount of effects on my body. I'm at like 85%, and usually I start streams around 97 to 100, so I apologize in advance, but only for the things I can control. The rest of it, you know, whatever. The rest of it's just, you know, I can blame the game. But this stuff, okay, brain, work with me here. Okay, no, oh god, no, not like this. Okay, brain, work with me here. What am I missing? What's the part I'm missing? I have not figured out how to get to the elevator. There's the elevator up top that I haven't figured out how to get to yet. So, how do I get up there? I can't go higher. Okay, I'm studying the map up top. Okay. Also, I will say, I see the grids on here, and I'm guessing that each grid is associated to a unit of measurement. And also the compass is a very nice touch, because that means I actually have cardinal directions in a sense. So I think I actually used that exact compass graphic in my own book. So I think I used a similar one for Greenwalker. Both of them, actually. But it's funny because I'm using this as measurement. This is the kind of thing I would draw. This is the stuff I drew for Red Genie, actually. I would draw exactly this for my layouts. It does make me sad that I can't really don't want to be railroading you around when, such if you miss a Jin summon tablet. So would you like me to tell you if Jin are in an area, tell you before you leave if you're about to miss something? I think, trying to think, because there are going to be spots where if I miss something, I will lose it. I'm trying to think though, because I think right now I haven't even solved the dungeon, and I haven't gotten to but there's a box. There's like a box up top and something else up top. So I think we can. I think it'll be if I'm really about to miss something. We'll see. Okay, question. Fresh breeze. Hang on, my brain is doing its best really quick. Let's see. Okay, let me see. I do need to see one thing really quick. And that is... the thing I'm looking at right now is if I trade... Okay, the thing I was looking for was if we have access to freeze. But since we don't have access to freeze, I don't know if that one on the outside is really a problem, because we don't have access to freeze in general. At least I don't think so. Let me make sure. I have no access to freeze, right? No, I only have whirlwind on the outside, so... Yeah, each, like, we only have a couple of these really quick. I think the other problem is that it does also deeply imply if I get through the if I get to the end of a dungeon and I miss something, then I think that would be the time for us to assess if I need to go backwards. I think generally it's like, as long as I don't go past the point of no return and without a Djinn, I think we're fine. But I think that's going to be our general goal. It does kind of confuse me that this game has a point of no return where I think Golden Sun the Lost Age had the... It's funny because I know Golden Sun and Golden Sun the Lost Age had the Final Fantasy effect where having a ship and also an air, basically at the end an airship. Having that does actually like, it makes it so you can do all your backtracking at the end, and that's fine. Because if it's only if you miss something that you have to go back. Why is this confusing the crap out of me? I have to get on the other side, but I don't know how to... Can I just jump over? I need to jump on, though. Brain, work with me here, please. I don't ask for much, but, like... Why is this puzzle really throwing me for a loop? Would you like me to tell you if you're near a point of no return? I think point of no returns might be the better point. And it's like, if I think what it'll be is if I feel confident about... If I feel confident about how much I've gotten, then I'll probably just go forward. If it's absolutely like, I think it's like if it'll be way too much of a hassle for me to go back to a place, then we'll consider the Djinn stuff. I think the tough thing with this game in particular is that I don't have, because with Golden Sun the Lost Age I had the guidebook, which meant I minimized my backtracking. And I think that's kind of a different place than with this game where I have to just... It's all gut instinct. It's all just natural instinct, which is not always the... God dang it. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna spam some... Yeah, let's spam the attacks real quick. We'll just use all the synergies, why not? Okay, they're dead. We're pretty good. Built different, I suppose. But I do wonder... Actually, with this one in particular... Okay, I think I missed something in that room. I feel like that's where I missed something. I feel like this is the room where I'm like, okay, there's supposed to be a way forward, right? This is supposed to be a way forward. Something here is supposed to be a way forward, but I don't know what. Right? I feel like this is the case. Or it maybe is not. I don't know. It's like something in me is saying that, okay, this is where I'm supposed... This is like... I am a fool. I just realized what I did, what I was doing wrong. Okay, that's on me. That's on me. All right, I'm not gonna be mad about it. I realized what I did wrong. That's what I needed. Ah, you know what? That's on me. That's on me. At least you know what? At least I realized it. I'll be happy. I'll be grateful that I caught it. I'm grateful I caught it. That one, you know what? I know why I didn't spot it, but you know what? That's okay. I don't need to beat myself up about it, you know? I feel like that is one aspect I have caught on with myself that I really need to work on. Is that I have recognized how quickly I am to blaming myself if something goes wrong. It is not a healthy habit. Even if it's something as innocuous as a video game, it's like, no, just like, brother. It's like, brother, just let it go. It's okay. It's the video game. Let it go. Be like Elsa, let it go. God, saying that just reminded me of how often I had to hear references to that stuff in high school. My God. That movie definitely hit my my high school, like hit my high school very hard with that one. Okay, what? Oh, I see. Ah. Okay, it is still time. Okay, one thing I will do, I'm gonna get that chest while No. But I feel like some movies end up hitting local communities very differently. Because they don't have a movie, like a movie or like a show or a something that swept through your local communities in ways that just did not feel normal. I feel like that'd be the way to describe it. Not that it's unnatural, but just that, is it like one that feels very abnormal for everything else that's going on. What do we win? Elven shirt. You know, I keep forgetting there are elves in this universe. It never clicks in my head that that's the case. You know, it just doesn't quite. Okay, wait, who wears the shirt? Why do I have to say it like that? It's like, who wears the shirt? Who's agility? Oh, but if I give this to Karis, then her agility will only go faster. Oh, the defense is that much higher though, huh? Huh. Okay, question. Whose defense is currently the lowest? I feel like that'd be my... Actually, I guess the secondary question is, if I give this off to 4-piece dress... Oh, she actually has the highest defense out of the whole group, but I feel like I want to keep her agility super high. Holy crap. It jumps it up from 26 to 42, though, huh? And her agility would go up to 106. That, I feel like at this point, that's actually just overkill, because we're already going first every fight. I guess I would prefer Matthew/Roy to have it, because I think if he goes, it's like if he goes down, then we're kind of already in a bad spot because he's the heal. He has the healing right now. Oh, I see. That's why. Because the agility is a 50% bonus, not a. It's not a flat bonus. It's a percentage based. Okay. Because the defense is a percentage based thing. It says defense plus 22, but that's clearly going up by 21. Wait, why is it doing that? It says it goes up by 22. Or is it because it's... Oh, it's because the difference is 39, not 40. I see. I do not know why it keeps popping up things when I leave it idle, but... Alright, I'm going to put it on my guy. Put it on my guy for now. Cotton shirt is not helpful right now. Okay. Okay. You gotta do the whirlwinds really quick. God, it would have been so funny if it raises me with it, but no, it does not. That's fine. Okay. Now we just finished the puzzle. Okay. Now we just need to move both these pillars in the right spot. I feel like the touchscreen stuff, man, it's such a... It's like touchscreens were such a gimmick in their infancy, but when they became so... I think when touchscreens became the norm, it feels like video games themselves moved away from touchscreens as a gimmick. A lot of that comes from the fact that gimmicks are meant to be selling points. So when something no longer serves as a selling point, it's kind of hard to justify continuously expanding on them. And a lot of video games don't even do touchscreen stuff anymore. It used to be a big thing that making a game tactile was part of the fun. How do I see that anymore? I wonder if there would be, if another game would even try it anymore. Ah, so now we now have this checkpoint. This is where we just came from, doy. Foolishness. All right, let's go this way. And here's the last block. Then I just push this down. Now we have we can finish the puzzle. This puzzle is now essentially done. Now I think the only other thing we need to do is there's the one chest I think we can reach from this side. I'm guessing. It's purely speculative. Oh wait, no, we can't because we're not on the highest level yet. We have not yet reached the level. Thankfully, though, this is... Okay, yeah, this is a very efficient shortcut. That's very good. That's a good shortcut. Smart level design. I think smart level design, if you're going to mitigate your players having to backtrack through a place, having a shortcut like that to get you back to the beginning and finish this up, absolutely vital, so that your players aren't just hating your guts for making them have to walk through all the dungeon again. You wish to awaken the guardian of the glyphs from slumber. Climb up to her lap, then wait upon her hands. Okay. She has gained the power. Oh god, that shaky cam is crazy. Oh, and they made shortcuts there too. Honestly, the shortcuts in this dungeon have been pretty solid. I think the shortcuts are probably some of the most efficient, very elegant solutions to some of these problems. Little ones, I have awaited your arrival. I hold the key to ancient secrets and now desire to give it unto you. You wish to possess these ancient secrets. Yes. Very well. You who are so willing and worthy, I bestow upon you the lost words of my kind. Whoa. It's a bubble. Oh, it's a book. Actually, this is probably the most important thing ever. Look at that. It's a book. Knowledge. It's a glowing book. Is it like firing the knowledge into... Oh, it's firing the knowledge into his brain directly. He was fed the literal alphabet soup. Can now read the ancient glyphs on tablets. Got the glyph book. We can now read emoticons from the early 2000s. That's pretty good. I don't know why it just occurred to me, but it'd be very funny if we go back and read that and it just says, you can now read the ancient glyphs. Just, it's like, yes, I learned the ability to read the 1990s emoticons. I can now know what a :3 means. Hello. Hey, this tab has strange writing on it. These are ancient glyphs, aren't they? Yes, now that you have that book, I bet you can read the glyphs, Roy. Yeah, take a look at them. It tells you, yeah, you shouldn't have woken up the statue lady. When the four statues point to the center, they will send the flower skyward. Okay, so they need to point... Okay, this one's not too bad because it's just... Okay, get them all to point towards the center. Not bad. This one's just kind of like, okay, just make them... Just push them in the right direction. I feel like games like this, there is one aspect of them that I do think... I don't think it should be a barrier to entry, but unfortunately it is, especially for some adults. Reading comprehension is genuinely a part of these games, and I have figured out a commonality between players who can't play games with reading in it, even if a game has voice acting. Some games are quote-unquote reading games despite having voice acting, but reading comprehension is an absolute must if you're going to play some games. And I definitely feel like this game is one where if you do not have reading comprehension, it would be much harder to even begin to grasp what it is asking you. Oh. All right, now we can... Okay, now we can check out the upper floors. Excellent. So this is where we were going. Do have a bit of a question, though. Does this mean that... Wouldn't this mean that Kraden already went through this place? Or is that a cap and a half? Wait a minute. This goes upwards. Ah! Well, that's a bit awkward. Alright, I need to drink some more water. Hang on. I do think today I will be much more adamant about drinking all my water today. Holy Toledo. Yeah, the fights are I will say the fights are definitely not worrying me in the slightest. Oh, there's a Djinn up there. Oh, friend. All right, how do I get to you? See a stairwell. Oh, I see something. Hang on. I see someone over here. Let's see. What are these? Does it want to move synergy? You want to win synergy? Does it want a fireball synergy? I don't think fireball would do anything, but I'll try it. No. Okay, are there any other synergies I have available to me in this moment? Slash wins. Hard ward weaken delude. I feel like flash bolt and flash bolt. Okay, I'm gonna try something really quick. I just want to try something. No, I cannot. Okay. I wanted to double check if I could use bolt or flash bolt in this area, but it seems like I can't even use these. I'm not sure what they want from that, so might be something where I need to find certain other stuff, but we'll see, I guess. New enemy types at least, so at least we have something to fight. I do see that gen. There's also the box down below that we saw. Oh my god, that guy got... he got smacked upwards. Honestly, I feel like fights at this point feel... I don't want to say they feel consequenceless, but they do feel a bit less... I feel like they're a bit less important than I anticipated. Okay, I don't know how to turn these on, though. I'm guessing there must be something inside the dungeon I have to go trigger, maybe? Ruins 5F. Well, there's a box here. See a thing over there. What is that? Got the grip crystal. Grip crystal can only be used by Earth Adepts. Equip it to use... Escape the room using its power. Grip synergy. Okay, so that's... If I recall correctly, grip synergy was the one that we saw... We saw them lads using it earlier. Let's see, equip... The grip crystal. What an unfortunate name. Question, is this what we use the grip on? Okay, I'm gonna set this as our L for a little bit. Oh, I see what it wants me to do. Grip. Ah, whoa. Whoa. Okay, that was not what I was anticipating. I was not anticipating that it would yoink me to the thing. What did I win? Gave the stone key to Karis. Okay. Oh, that's right. Our boy is... Our inventory's full. Right. Actually, that's kind of unfortunate, because that means that we are definitely going to have some issues carrying stuff later if we need to. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need a... That's going to be a bit of a time, isn't it? Okay. The grip. I feel like grip feels a bit silly, but maybe it's just because we saw a different functionality for it earlier. Because we saw grip, the grip power can pull you across gaps, latch onto a point to bridge. Oh, this just tells me what I read. I see. Grab light objects and bring them to you. Well, good. We figured that out on our own, but at the very minimum, it does feel like it was intuitive enough to figure out that grip was... It's like just a minor bit of experimentation. I was able to figure out that the ability of grip works in this way. I do think it's nice that most synergies feel this way, where they feel naturally intuitive, rather than being... I feel like one thing that is true is that I think if something like this wasn't very obvious, it would be a bit upsetting, you know? Alright. Yo eat. Hello. we just tackle the boy. Jupiter Genie. Let's see. I'm not particularly concerned with this fight. The Djinns so far haven't been exceptionally problematic. Let's see. I guess what I could do just so we can be safe, I'll boost attack and then attack again. Oh, I probably could have boosted Tyrell because Roy's faster now. That's right. Well, I guess if this goes to round 3, then we'll be fine. Yeah, we're fine. Big damage. We win. Easy peasy. 100 coins for that, too, is pretty solid. Honestly, the number of Jin we have also has been pretty solid. Lightning Spirit, first encounter the Compa Ruins. Jolt generates a shock that can bring an unconscious ally around again. He's a defibrillator, I see. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just move. I think we're gonna have Jolt. We'll do it this way for now. Don't know if it's that big of a difference, but I guess let me see. Yeah, okay, no, that's still worth it. Okay, we're just gonna leave that. Okay, that said, with the grip crystal, I should probably head back down because I know that there was an area I couldn't reach without it. So hang on. There was a spot we could reach now with this crystal. So let me go back down to the 4th floor because I know that there is something we can reach with this now. So we're gonna go down there. Thankfully, we're leveling up steadily. I think this is one of those games where I don't think I'd flee from any fight, but I wouldn't. I don't think I'd ever have to stop to grind in this game. I don't think I'd ever have to stop to grind. I don't think I ever did in the original games either. Pretty much just if I ran into enough, if I saw a fight, I pretty much just stuck with it and that was enough. All right, let's go this way. Go eat. This doesn't mean I can go that way too, so I'll go check that out next, but let me see what's over here. Aha, there's the... This seems like the way forward as well. I don't know. Yeah, I think just participating in fights is generally enough to finish. You have all the Jin and tablets before the point of no return. Excellent. I will go down and I do want to check out those 2 boxes. Yeah, there's the box over here. I wanted to get that before I left. I like doing my due diligence in clearing dungeons. Gave a Psi Crystal. The Psi Crystal is the one. Is the Psi Crystal just the one that recovers? Yeah, yeah, it just recovers. Well, we have one. Not that jazzed about it, but we have it. I feel like recovery items are kind of... I feel like right now recovery items feel a bit redundant. If only because PP recovers with walking, and because the Synergy recovers by walking, and we can recover HP with Synergy, I'm not exactly concerned with recovery. Especially given that I can just... Actually, I can recover pretty easily from anything. I think only during battle will I have to worry about using items. But even then, I probably have to be careful not to overstock on items, because then... Okay, yeah, I do want to go... I should have gone to the other side first. I should have gone to the other side while I was still up there, because... Absolutely going to be a bit of a waste of time for me to walk back and forth like that. Ow. Because I probably could have just... Probably should have... Whatever treasure was over there, I should have gotten it first, but... That's fine. You know what? It is also on me. My Dandori skills are quite lacking right now. I feel like one thing I have picked up from... I remember the term from Pikmin. When we played Pikmin 2, I remember reading up on it again. There's this particular term referred to as Dandori. And it's basically the concept of multitasking and efficiency, like those two things put together, essentially. The concept really is just, okay, can you do things efficiently and do them in record time? A maze. What the heck is this thing? Strange creatures. Interesting to say the least. I should probably hit them as hard as I can. This is a new enemy type. Might as well hit him harder. Holy Toledo. Okay, we will need to recover. We'll have to recover his HP for sure. Yeah, I think our levels are going to be... We're not going to be too worried about leveling up for a while. I think it'll take a very massive spike in difficulty for the game to actually worry me with the battles. I do not think battles are going to be that hard, all things considered. Let's go. I'll go double check the thing I missed. Kind of on me that I didn't check this, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, I will. Like I said, I don't think I'm working on. I'm not working on my most powerful brain space right now. Yeah, we'll just hit him with big. We'll just hit him with big AOE. It's fine. That should just about clean it up. Let me get some water. We are at the hour mark. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's feeling good. And I really hope everyone's taking care of themselves. I know this week for pretty much everybody in the continental US and on the planet in general is currently just roasting right now. I had to go out into the world and yeah, no. I hope everybody's able to... I hope everyone's able to stay cool and stay hydrated, because holy crap, dude. It is gross today. A real scorcher, as they say. You know, I didn't quite contemplate this, but it did just occur to me that this is a total dead end. Why is it even there? Okay, well that's on me for just not realizing that is not doing anything. Oops. Hey. You see these grip pillars though, so let me go this way. Yeah, I don't see any other grip pillars, so. Okay. Go. Okay, so there's there's the upper path and the lower path. I'm indoors most of my day, either at work or not, so I'm in AC about 80% of the day. I think it's definitely the change of temperature that is more affecting than, like, and if it's frequent. I think if you're frequently changing temperatures, it's a lot worse than if you're just changing temperatures, you know? Oh, this is weird. What the heck? Okay, I see more of the freeze stuff. I'm guessing, you know what? I'm guessing whatever. If I'm guessing the freeze thing. Oh, I'm guessing the freeze thing is something I have to just go get first. Hang on. I'm pretty sure I just have to go get the freeze thing. Wherever that one hallway I have to go in, I have to go there first. Spider web. Oh, it's only a defense drop? I thought it would have been a speed thing, but okay. Well, this will be quick and clean. There we go. Easy peasy. We'll say, I think the only design I'm not warming up to is Tyrell's, but I think it's just Tyrell. I almost feel like Tyrell's design is way too close to Garrett's. I kind of wonder if that's what's hitting me, is that I think Garrett's design and Tyrell's design, specifically Garrett's design from the original game, I think that's what I'm realizing is that I think the design, I think those two might be too close. I'm gonna go into this room. All right, let's go. This room looks final, so I'm gonna go see what's going on up here. We have all the gin anyway, so we might as well just go. Yes, we have the grip pillar. Okay, we get up there, we use the fire. Got it. That's not too hard. I feel like this grip synergy is going to be one that I probably am going to forget. It's specifically its range. I think its range is going to be what I end up forgetting, less than its application. Okay. Fireball. Thank goodness we don't need water yet, otherwise we'd be in real trouble. Okay. It says we need fire for what exactly? Oh, it's okay, so now we activate that. So oh boy. Oh, apologies. My body was not ready. Oh, I just saw that there's the shortcut. Doi. God dang it. Ah, that's on me. That's on me. I definitely am realizing how much my brain is not functioning at maximum capacity. I should have seen that. Ah, jeez. All right, so can I activate this, or is it not that? Curious, do I have a planned order for the Final Fantasy series? I know you're gonna space them around other games, though. For streaming, not exactly, because I know that right now the only game on the list right now is Final Fantasy Tactics, and I've been playing the Pixel era games off stream just so I can actually play them, so I can actually get around to playing some of them. Okay, so this gets us back here. Okay, I know where I need to go. Got it. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to get around to streaming all of them. I think the plan is to play the ones I want to play first. Generally, besides Tactics, it's kind of like I think the next one I want to stream personally is probably 13, just so I can gush about it. Also gives me an excuse to replay it because it's been a while, but not really sure otherwise. Kind of depends also when I can acquire some of them, you know, because some of them it's also a matter of can I get them on sale or can I get them in general. I do have 15 and I kind of want to play 15 at some point because 15 is one that I started a long time ago and I kind of personally I kind of like it. I kind of like 15 and I don't think I'm sold on 16 personally, but I think that is a very personal to me it's a very personal take, focusing more so on, and it's something that I think 15 just narrowly avoids for me, is that I don't know if I like the Devil May Cry. I know 5, 6, and X2 were talked about, so I was just curious in general. I know 5 and 6 people have basically said they want me to stream. I know 4 is one that I think people want me to do, but I don't know if I'd want to I feel like replaying it the third time, if somebody expects me to do 100% there, like there are certain quests I'd want to do again, but I don't know if 100% would be what I'd want to do. Thankfully, I don't have to do the bestiary again, so I don't have to worry about missing creatures, but I feel like the leveling up in that game would take me a bit, and I don't know if I'm ready to do it a third time. I think maybe that's my thought process, is that I don't know if I'm ready to do it a third time. I think 10-2 is kind of in a unique spot because 10-2 is one that I've been hearing conflicting information on. Because some people really would rather I never touch it, and some people, because on YouTube side, I actually got a comment that was like, yeah, it'd be best if we just ignored this one. And it's like, it's kind of curious to me. But one thing I do know is that 10-2 is a game that I have heard you need to play multiple times to get it right, and I think generally I avoid games where, I guess the specificity of my statement will be that if you have to replay a 20+ hour experience to get the full gamut of the game, I think that's a bit of a problem, personally. Not like a huge issue, but just like something where it's like, do I want to do that again? Is that something I want to do? And it's a question, it's a question I have to answer personally. And I think that's one where it's like, okay, do I want to play? Because I've heard the X2 100% would be a very different beast. And it makes me wonder, would I go for 100% in general, Or would I just get my first ending, credits roll? Because my usual policy is once the credits roll, the game is over. There are a few games where I've made exceptions to that rule for specific reasons, or, X2's like Dark Dawn then. If you love it, you really love it. If you hate it, you really hate it. Yes. I've heard that 10-2 is one where if you enjoy 10-2, you really like 10-2, but if you're not if you're not a big fan of, if you don't like, if 10-2 is not your thing, then it will absolutely be a thing you don't like. In my opinion, the multiple goes for the ending, I recall correctly. The extra time would be your boss series. I feel like that is one thing that's tough too, is that some games, this is one thing that I've been running into, and it's sort of a conflict for me, is that there are some games, and this has been a debate for me personally. Would I consider replaying an entire game in my own time for one thing, right? It's one thing to replay a game for like many things, you know? All right, let's equip that. Well, the thing I'm thinking is and this is something that I've been contemplating for a lot of that like extra series stuff I've been talking about, is the big one obviously is like Legend of Dragoon, and I would say Final Fantasy X as well, and I think Shin Megami Tensei 5 also, frankly, am I okay with replaying an entire game just to do one boss? Even with Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, with those two bosses that I've been really wanting to get to, I've been kind of debating whether or not it's worth it. I've been seriously debating, is it worth it? Because playing through the entire game and like trying to clear everything again and acquire the level of power necessary to finish the game, to do the bosses that I want to do, honestly, it hasn't been very fun or productive. Like in SMT's case, doing all that extra work is not exactly an experience it's not, even though SMT is one of my favorite games, like SMT 5 is one of my favorite games in general, even I'm having a hard time maintaining both the discipline and the desire to do that again. Because frankly, it's a pain in the neck to do a whole game over again. And I think, especially if I have to go through with a fine-tooth comb or a guide, it is one of those things where it's like, okay, is that something I want to do? Because that's a lot of time. It's specifically how much time it is. All right. The orb. Why are you guys making the orb? Why are everyone and his friends taking so long to get here, Kraden? It's too dangerous to remain here much longer. Oh, yeah, it's Kraden. Have patience, Noel. They cannot come into this cavern the way we did. Why did they spell Noel? This young woman is one of Kraden's two highly promising alchemy students, along with her brother, Reef. He has immense respect for her mentor and spends most of her time studying ancient ruins and artifacts with him. Interesting. Good job, Kraden. I imagine your powers enable us to directly descend into this place from the top of the ruins. Growing word that they won't find another way through the ruins to get here. We've been in this infernal cavern forever. Why don't we just leave a note for them? They can take the north cave here and meet us in Bilibin, or better yet, in Belinsk. Belinsk? What is Belinsk again? Forger City is the capital of Morgul, the country of beasts, and it's a bastion of both military might and cultural sophistication. How do we know what it looks like? Never even been there. We mustn't let Isaac down. God, Kraden's face. He looks he looks like he's about to give me an hour rant about why he's about to give me his tier list that's horrifyingly contradictory to the popular opinion about which games are the best. He looks like he's about to explain why Moonveil is the best weapon in Elden Ring. Besides, who knew that we'd see a vortex down here? What a prime opportunity. If I may be so bold, Master, you oblige people far too easily. We're doing a lot for Isaac. Isaac and I go back a long way. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for that fine fellow. Now, what are you going to do up there, Reef? Oh, I didn't click on the thing. Noelle made me scout out the tunnel to the north, the route to the north tunnel. I know better than to disagree with her. Glad I caught up with you, otherwise I would have missed seeing this vortex. It's so spellbinding. Don't touch it, you fool. Wake up, Reef. It's pulling you in. Okay, what is this guy doing? Water Adept has traveled the world with his teacher Kraden, studying alchemy and other traces of the ancient world. Reef is the son of Mia, a water adept who traveled with the Warriors of Vale. Wait, he's the son of Mia? Why is he such an airhead? Mia was pretty dang smart. You got too close. I'm all out of breath. Most curious. Master Kraden has warned us before. Oh yes, I've warned you before, Reef. I only looked at it and it drew me in. Doesn't matter, you scared us silly. Its pixels are perturbing. Actually, funny thing about this too is it's probably just a sprite sheet because it seems like it's a 2D object that's animated. He did, however. Master, what is it? Did you observe something new? Did he? Yes, Noel. Didn't you hear it? When the vortex pulsed, I heard the sound of a machine starting. What is it, Noel? Well, what about that machine right there? Never seen such a strange device in all my life. I wonder what it is. Must examine it more closely. Please stay where you are, Master. I'll climb down there. She she just eats it when she has to go down. What the heck? The darkness? Our friends are here, but who are they? Who do you think you are, creeping up behind us? We'll settle that later, Tyrell. They're armed for a fight. Stealthy Scout 1, 2, and 3. Alright, Bingus Bongus, let's see what you can do. Alright, well, we're gonna hit him with all of our AoE attacks right off rip. Hit him with everything we got. Alright, just gonna kill him. Just gonna kill him. Oh, these guys take a lot of damage from alchemy. What the heck? Our elemental attacks are doing massive damage. And they're still doing okay. Psy Grenade. Ooh. Oh, it attacks your Synergy. What the heck? It's not even doing HP damage. It's only attacking Synergy. Interesting. See your replays. I'm curious how certain mind you. Foxman is Foxman. And then what are your thoughts on getting a downloaded save file for games like Dragoon to save some work? I don't know. I feel like some of it also is, I will say some of it's also me being paranoid about downloading some files. Like downloading the ROMs, I have to put a fair bit of trust into those sites. I'm not 100% sure though. I feel like it shouldn't be that big a deal, but sometimes it's also like it's one of those things where for me the integrity of putting in the effort to play the game matters to me. I think in some ways it feels a bit like, okay, if I skip through all that, what's stopping me from doing... It's sort of like what's stopping me from doing that in pretty much any game, really. You know, and it's something that does... It makes me ponder, like, okay, what if... Would I do this in other games too, you know? Okay, I'm gonna have Karis recover points. Might be able to wrap this fight up soon. I think it's just dependent, though. I think with some of our emulated, the tough thing too is that if it's a game that I did emulate, or it's a game that I played, on stream that was like a PC game. It's kind of a weird conditional maybe, but I don't know. I feel like for me personally, part of the work is that I had those thoughts too, and I can understand. Yeah, it's just that like, I think it's because as a player of games, I feel like it kind of shorts me the experience of actually doing the hard part. And I recognize that, you know, the hard part is, it's kind of like, oh, do I need to make things harder for myself? But I do think that, at least personally, I find that I always think it's worth it. Oh, I see. We took out the middle. Oh, that's weird. They don't come back. They don't come up together anymore. That's weird. That's kind of strange, actually. They don't close up the formation anymore. Interesting. I'll probably have to consider that later. Juliet, it's going good. Hope you're doing well. All right, we're just gonna mash buttons now. But yeah, I guess my thought on doing like a modified save file is that generally I don't think I would use it in like 99% of cases. I think it would be like, it would have to be a very specific thing. It would have to be like one of those things where it's absolutely vital I see a thing and I don't have the time or energy to go and find it again. But I think that's a very specific condition. It's been very rare that I've ever played a game where I absolutely have to play through the whole game to get to it again. And it's also not as big an issue. You know, it's not like it's like horribly... It's not horribly painful for most games for me to replay. But I think it very much is a It very much is a thing that I would avoid if necessary. I guess also it's because I want to keep playing new games, so regularly replaying or sticking too long is not on my mind most of the time. Okay, we arrived in the nick of time. Sorry I kept you waiting so long, Kraden. Hi, you two must be Roy's friends, Karis and Tyra. Why did he make a face like that? That's me, sir. None other. I commend all of you. Making it through the ruins must have been hard for you. Well, thank you for the stretch time. Oh, God. I've been trying to be better about stretching my neck and shoulders because my neck and shoulders have been definitely less limber than they should be. And I'm doing a thing. I'm like pushing, you know, push my shoulders back, push my shoulders forward, up, down. It was up, back, relax was the marching band's posture. It's harder to do in a chair. Stretch my arms. Yeah, commend all of you. Making it through these ruins was hard for you. I feel like God, Kraden looks so condescending with that face. I don't know if anyone else can see it. Does anyone else think his particular facial expressions here? He looks like the old monkey in Planet of the Apes. It's like a beard. There's like one in particular I'm thinking of that has a beard. It looks like he looks like a monkey. Why is he so ape shaped? Ape coated. There we go. There we go. I will also send my boy back for now. All right. Okay, we're good. I was double checking, like, did I just move something? But no, we're good. Whew, okay. Stretched out and ready to go. Yeah, the ruins were huge. Why didn't you come up and help us out? That's a fine way to talk to Master Kraden. He's gone to a lot of trouble to get here. Come now, Noel. We owe them thanks for coming when they did. Or else you, Reef, and I might have fallen prey to those shadowy fiends. Very grateful that they leapt to our defense. Where's Reef? Roy's being a little shy. We're glad to help out, but where is your other student? Reef has gone missing. It's true, Reef is gone. Rumors are true. The adepts from Vale are already quite powerful. We didn't want to reveal ourselves this soon, but you've seen that machine, so. Who are you? Have you taken Reef from us? Show yourself. There are two of us watching, Kraden. My ally doesn't know you, but I do, and you're feisty as ever. Hardly changed in 30 years. You got a heavy dose of synergy from the lighthouse, didn't you? Oh boy, how can you know that? Who are you? Show yourselves now, villains. Don't pout, old friend. You'll find out. But now you might be wondering, where is that student of yours? Or have you taken Reef? I answer that in my own sweet time. First, tell me, Roy. Oh, hi. You've been entrusted with the Glyph book, haven't you? Glyph book. This tome is a primer to the lost language of the ancients. It was kept safe in combat for the future generations could learn its legacy. What? That kid? How could he? Please let him speak. I'm positive he can read the ancient symbols now, but your response, son of Vale. Yeah. That gave it away, Roy. We should have kept the book a secret from them. You can't hide secrets from a masked man. His glimmer of honesty just saved your lives. What is the Glyph book you speak of? Do you mean to take it by force? That old friend of yours doesn't have a clue, does he? Now that one there, that's Roy, right? They're still in the dark about who we are. Let's throw this pack of dogs a bone already. Oh, they took the kid already. Oh, down there, little bugs. Don't worry, we won't squash you. Not if you continue through the caves. Oh, that is just the guy from the first game. What the heck? Oh, for the first two games. Why does he have a bionic eye? They gave him. Okay, wait. Okay, so that's supposed to be the same group of people. Is it the same group of people from? Oh God, their names are slipping me. But the siblings from the first game. What? The caves? I'm not going anywhere. Give me my brother back. This twerp. We're gonna boot him out one of the cave exits. What do you mean boot him out? How are you? I'd hurry to that exit. He'll be tied up. An easy snack for passing beasts. Drop me outside at the north cave exit. You know there isn't just one exit. There are two. Reef might be at the north end or the south. Of course. There's an exit to the north and one to the south near Harappa. Harappa? Thank goodness I can check this out. Former ruin has been rejuvenated into a thriving city since the Golden Sun event. Elemental energy flows throughout Harappa. Yes, 2 exits. 1 Kraden. Maybe the spawn of the so-called Warriors of Vale would help you out. What is this guy on about? What's he going on about? Is he talking about us? A masked associate is saying exactly that. Head to the southern exit near the town of Harappa. Why do we have to go there? We want to go north, not down south. Ah, you'll find out soon enough. Okay, got it. Suffice it to say, you've got to help your little Reef. Isn't that reason enough? Ad break. Responsible for Reef. I have to get him back. Mia's just thinking, why do I feel like I need to tell Kraden that he is absolutely being irresponsible? All right, there's an ad break and we're in the middle of story stuff, so we're gonna wait a moment. Oh brother, why the heck do we have to get the ad break in the middle of the cutscene? Every time. Thankfully this one we can wait a moment. I can slow things down a fair bit. We'll go slow. We'll go slower. Won't stop entirely. Sure, it'll be safe and sound if you stand there jabbering, old man. Yap, yap, yap. What is up with this guy, Blados? He has a gun, too. Big talk for someone who said he wasn't looking for a fight. Bitching for a good fight. It would be entertaining to fillet you right here. Now, Blados. They kept their promise. You keep yours. This master swordsman is commander to a mysterious group of soldiers. We only know that. Cool. Master swordsman. That's his sword. I know my promise and my duty. Interesting, to say the least. Need some more water. And let's leave these dogs to chase their tails. Go, Kraden. You two, children of Vale's infamous warriors. We'll drop off Reef at one of the 2 exits. Wait, I know your voice, don't I? I feel like Kraden... Okay, I will say, I think Kraden purposefully forgot. Wherever they are, they're gone. If only I hadn't been distracted by that machine, I wouldn't have lost track of Reef. You're a scholar, Master. You can't be blamed. It is entirely my fault. What are they after? Could it have anything to do with what's happening at Soul Sanctum? Master, we can't linger. Yes, we must find Reef. Hopefully we'll be at the North Cave exit. So, my friends, we will take up our quest for the feather once we have reunited. Because we have no choice. Those fiends are forcing us to split up for now. See you later, Gramps. I'm afraid that I have more unfortunate news for you, friends. The synergy vortex has complicated things further. For after you search the south exit for Reef, you cannot follow us through this chamber. This vortex may pulled in our Reef, and by the time you return, it will surely be even bigger. Once you emerge from the exit, you must travel north, scaling over the Kirin Mountains. Kirin Mountains? Massive mountain range separates Ejai in the south of Angara from Morgul in the north. Its tall, snow-capped ridge seems to go on forever, and the Kirin glaciers nestle among its highest peaks. Okay. Going over the Kirin Mountains is difficult, but I'm positive you can do it. Once you come down the other side of the mountains, meet us in Belinsk, the capital of Morgul. For it is in Belinsk where we will find clues to the whereabouts of the mountain rock. Okay. So, for everyone who was stuck in the ad break, apologies. Basically, Reef got put at one of 2 exits, the north or south. And we have to go... We're going south now. And then we have to cross the mountains to go and find... We have to cross the mountains to meet up with Kraden in Belinsk. And also, I'm forgetting his name, but it's the guy, the blue-haired guy from Golden Sun: The Lost Age, is the. It seems like he's part of the bad guy group, but I'm kind of wondering: is he being mind controlled, or is he just doing? I swear, he just did stuff because he was like, yeah, I want to go do stuff. We're doing stuff. They're gone, but how did our quest for the feather get off track that easily? I wonder why Blados and his soldiers attacked us. Who was the masked man with them? It seems like he and Kraden knew each other. Who knows? We're getting so close to that feather, or at least close to Belinsk. They're just like, bruh. Well, when bad luck hits, you just have to roll with the punches. What a surprisingly positive thing for you to say, Tyrell. More used to you kicking and screaming when fate throws you for a loop. Well, one of us has to be the grown-up here. Very funny. Let's hurry. Reef might be in real danger at the Harappa exit. Because it means we're headed to the Ejai region. Never thought I'd see the south coast of Angara. Ejai. Ejai? General term for the region in the southeast part of Angara that includes Ayutthaya, Kaucho, Sana, and Champa. Oh, I remember Champa. Generally sophisticated and prosperous area. I forget the name of the place, but I remember that place that they said Kung Fu is no good against boulders. We'll be okay. I'm with you. We're like the Warriors of Vale, exploring all of Angara. Don't plan on seeing much of Agi if I can help it. Let's just finish our shirts and then get over these mountains. I'm telling those brutes even dropped off reef at our end. We have to hurry. Okay, so we go this way. Yeah, let's go this way. Huh. This is a surprisingly simple sort of little thing to do. Really. Interesting. To say the least, I'm a bit surprised that this is so simplistic, I guess would be the way I'd put it. It does feel a bit... It feels like almost a bit... Feels almost a bit too simple, maybe? Like, this puzzle feels almost like it's a denouement just for the sake of us slowing down a little bit, maybe? I think I screwed up. Oh, yeah, I screwed up. Oops. Hang on. Can I exit this room and reset it? I think I screwed up. It does reset. Okay. I screwed up, so that's on me. I think I see what I'm supposed to do. I think I screwed up. I screwed up when I pushed this one back this way before I was ready. On a memento. It's convenient that these pillars roll very easily. Because we need to... Maybe just do this. No. Brain, work with me here, please. You know what I'm realizing is just it's like, okay, am I actually paying attention to what I need to do, or am I just having a fun time of it? I think. Hang on. I think I got it right this time. I think I got it right. I'm like 9. You know what's funny is that I only now realized what I did wrong, and need this. I feel like I'm... You know what I'm starting to realize? I think my brain is not working properly. Brain, work with me here, please. for the love of G, I just need a little help here. Not from chat, but just like me mentally. You know what I mean? Just like, yes, of course. My worst enemy, my own inability to read a room. Here, work with me here, brain. Come on. What am I? What? Okay, you know what's the thing? I'm psyching myself out because I'm not quite thinking critically about what I actually need to do. I think. Yeah, I'm definitely not thinking... I don't think I'm thinking critically about the solution of the puzzle. Oh, never mind. I got it. Okay, cool. Never mind. I got it. Easy. Absolutely planned. I was just making sure everyone was following my train of thought. Why? Well, come on. That's just damaging to the ecosystem, guys. I don't know why. It would have been very funny if the two of them actually just got, like, blown up with it. We walked right into their trap. They tricked us. Well, I did trick you, but this is no trap. You're free to go. Then why ambush us, coward? What, is it a crime to come say goodbye? Or just says he's those great warriors be on their way, that's all. Never mind Bladus. If he's here, I'm sure Reef must be around somewhere. Smart girl, maybe even as smart as your father, Ivan. I don't like the way that guy's talking about Karis. It's like he knows her. What do you mean smart as my father? Just that you might be a worthy adversary someday. Now get out of here, or else I'll bring this whole place down. I mean, sure. See you later. See you later, idiots. Alright. But Reef's not here. Reef isn't here, is he? Never mind, there he is. Look, a crate, and it's hopping. Should we open it? It's so bizarre. Yes. I like the... You think it's safe? Let's do it. Hey, it's Reef. Guess we headed out the right exit after all. We found him. Well, we found this nerd in a box. Hello. You're lucky we got to you in time, Reef. Don't think I could have stood that a second longer. It was like a coffin. Just, you know what? I think my favorite thing in this game is going to be I'm going to answer everything with that stupid smile. Like, it's just going to be... I'm just going to always answer everything with the smile expression. I don't think I want to answer anything with any other expression at this point. I think it'd be genuinely funnier to keep doing that. Mainly because I think it's funny. But maybe also because I think as an answer, it's way funnier. We received this nerd at Amazon Express, I guess. We got Amazon Primed him. God, imagine if Blados was your Amazon delivery driver. He just comes in and blows up your door and he's like, all right, here's your stuff. See you later. And Noel must be terribly worried. Let's hurry and catch up with them. Hope we weren't planning on going north through the caves. Guys, we're out of here. Because you can't use the cave route now that I've collapsed the entrance. Trapped you in the southwest corner of Angara in a cage of monumental proportions. You've emerged on the other side of the Golan Mountains, so there's no going home. You're stuck below the Kieran Mountains with little hope of crossing over them. You again? Stop this nonsense. Why are you tormenting us? Nonsense. Oh, there's a lot of sense behind this. Not that I'll tell you fools. I mean, Blados, to be fair, actually, I'm realizing he actually is pretty darn close to how the siblings operated in the original game. Because they straight up were like, yeah, we're not telling you our plan. And then Ivan's sitting there like, I mean, yeah, your plan is just to mess with us. I don't know what you want. You're looking for the lighthouses, and they're just like, huh? They had that face of like, wait, what do you mean you know our plan? And he's just like, I don't know, man. It wasn't that hard to read. I guess I'm not scared of Blados because he's not exactly a personal enemy. He's just kind of being a jerk. He definitely screams third-rate minor boss with a fourth-rate moveset. Now you're starting to ask the right questions. I'm fed up with this. You're toying with us. You're lucky you haven't given orders to let you live, until you've played your parts, that is. What? Did you say play our parts? Hey, you just let something slip, don't you? Yeah. Don't look so smug. I didn't mean for that to slip out. You'll be crying for mercy once you get what it really means. You're locked into your fate. There's only one way to escape the Agi region. That's passage over the Kieran Mountains. Far too treacherous for you. Okay. Farewell, children of Vale's greatest warriors. Now that you've had the honor of facing Blados, just be glad you didn't meet my sword. God, he is going to be so disappointing, isn't he? He better not disappoint as a boss fight. I'm going to be so mad if he's just like... if he's like 4th or 5th from the last. We need to reach Belinsk. Yeah, but Blados said there's another way, going north over the Kieran Mountains. He did say that'd be a difficult climb, though. It probably is for him. Did you see all those dumb cables they used to get around? So we should proceed carefully, Tyrell. It's not Tyrell's strong suit. What could be so difficult to take some passage over the mountains? Taking the passage north isn't as straightforward as you think. This is the first time we've been to this part of Angara. I'm scared we'll get lost. Don't be such a worry. We'll be up and over in no time. I'm not concerned about that we're going to get lost. Well, maybe we'll be fine. Trust me. I feel like it's funny because travel this area with Kraden. There's a town south of the coast we should go to first. This camera, why is the camera sweat? Do you know which way to head next then, Reef? Should have said something earlier. My poor boy. Say we head straight for that town. Let's get our bearings before we go over the mountains. There she goes again, pushing us around. What? I know full well that he's our leader. I just figured he'd want some input. Fine then, let's move out before she blows a gasket. I love the stupid smiley face. I take it you're alright with me traveling with you. So I would suggest we would head to that town. Alright, we're gonna go to the town. I love the stupid smile. It makes me happy. I absolutely need to add that smile face. I need to put it on the wall of the library somewhere. I am thinking about adding one of these songs from Ocarina of Time to the wall. I have the Pargon symbol from Eternal Darkness up on the wall. I might add one of the songs from Ocarina of Time. I need to choose which one, though. Okay, we can now move... Oh, it moved all the Djinn automatically. Okay, cool. Okay, question. What do you do, Reef? Taoist Ply, Cure Poison. You do not have Freeze yet. What does Cure Poison have to do? Oh, I guess it's water. I guess it's like flush your system. Restore 100 HP with Faith. Is that different from restoring HP in general? I don't know why. There's something very funny about Ply being a stronger heal, but it's because you're using the power of prayer versus it's the difference between praying to God for help and asking and putting a band-aid on it. Gracious. Let's see. North Kampa Cave, South Harappa. Okay, I'm gonna look around a little bit more because there might be an maybe an item or two. I will inspect a little bit. Yeah, let's take a gander. Maybe one of them left something behind, you know? Nope. Okay, never mind. Wait, there's a box on the other side. I see it. Aha. I was paying attention. Or as I was once told, it's playing attention, but I guess it is a... Is it technically a pun if I say play attention when we're playing a game? Jury's out on that one. What the heck? Ball. Stay healthy, traveler. It is wise to keep one's mind and body strong. Huh? Hit points and synergy points have been fully restored. Really? Is that this? Wait, it's a statue of a nut. The holy nut. Is this a duck? Gave a cookie to Carrot. You may fascinate a lady with a cookie. Raises maximum PP permanently. Oh man, do I want to give that to her or do I want to give it to... Let's see. I don't really need to give it to Tyrell. You know what's one thing I am curious to? Is Reef going to be on the party permanently or is he going to be... This is something I've been contemplating is this game going to be one of those ones where we have 8 party members? Or is it going to be 4 party members? Is it going to be 4 party members and a ton of Jin? If it's 8 party members though, that means I have to be careful about my items. Or I just use it and be reckless, because why not? I mean, at this point, why not? I mean, at this point, it'd be better for me to do short-term gains. Because the short-term gains will be more helpful. He's permanent. How's it going? Oh, I thought did I not answer you, Julian? I thought I did. It's going good, though. I hope you're doing well. Are you doing okay? Seems... I think it must be early for you. I had the realization. I think you good? Glad you came back. Oh, I see. I was a bit confused. I was like, I thought I saw you. I thought I bared witness. Let's see, where is... Okay, what is he... Wait, what does this guy have? Stick, travel vest, padded gloves, circlet. Oh, not too bad. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Cool. Pixie and moles. God, these moles are so goofy looking. I think these ones are a bit strange in raw 3D. Yeah, that model design is a little strange. I imagine Earthquake isn't going to do much, but we'll spam some Synergy and see what we get. Might as well see what we can get. I imagine that these guys are going to be weak to water, just to see how we're doing. I will confess, Julian, I haven't done much work this week in terms of, like, the book. I've been mostly I've been doing a lot of I had to do a lot of errands today. And, yeah, the last few days have been a little bit slower on writing and work in general. But some of that's also having to try and handle some of the stuff getting ready for next week. Because next week is going to be a lot of family stuff. It's going to be pretty busy. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good time. Wait, what level did we get? I didn't even see what level we got, Reef. What level is he? He's level 10. So he's a full level behind, I see. Otherwise, work-wise, things are moving a bit slower. We're not cruising really, but that's okay. I said it earlier that this week was going to be slower, and I think I've been trying to be better about accepting that my work speed isn't going to be lightning fast forever. Still, it's still pretty darn fast, but I kind of need to be okay if I have a period of time where I'm not working at my fastest. And that's all right. I think that this summer in particular has been kind of slow, so that's okay. Also, I guess back to earlier in the stream, I was talking about 100 pages a day or not. Okay, can I just say 100 pages is absolutely ludicrous? What do you mean? 100 pages would be like, because actually looking at my, because the word count, 3 pages is about 1,000 words. So that would be like, that would basically be like write the book in 3 days in its entirety. That'd be writing the entire book in 3 days. That would be a very hard thing to do, I'll be honest. I don't even know how you would even get to that speed? Because like even if you're writing at maximum speed, it's like, because even my maximum was like 2,500 words in a single day. And that was like my best days of writing, and those are not common. I think 1,500 to 1,800 was my best average, but even then that's a lot, because some of it's like this. The problem with this particular book is that since it's so much dialogue, I have to spend so much more time planning conversations and planning it out. Because whenever I get to a conversation, it's, okay, how do I handle it? Very, very different sort of thing. Any case, earlier I talked about positive and negative space in video games. This is actually a great example of that. The negative space is the road, and the positive space is all the stuff around it. But the road naturally, you follow roads. Naturally, the human brain says, "Oh yeah, follow the road. You get to civilization." That's how it works. So it works out nicely that this area, it leads you directly to where you're supposed to go. Thankfully, though, I did see on the map that there's also some stuff we can go check out. Plasma, player wall, and DAOs. I'm trying to think, how do you even get to 100 pages? I feel like 100 pages would have to absolutely be like you over-represent how much you did in a single day. Got Heat Wave and a level up. Okay, so basically Tyrell, I think Tyrell's like a level and a half behind, if I'm not mistaken then. Not Tyrell, Reef. Reef, what are you doing? 500.5. I feel like that's just like a letter a page. That wouldn't even be, that would just be like the most annoying book to read. Seems like he's... Doesn't seem like he has... I can't see... Let's see, how much to the next level? 714... Yeah, so he's basically a level and a half behind, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, basically. Okay, so he's like basically 1.5 levels behind the rest of the party. Okay. The cave up here. What's here? Compa Shrine 1F. What the heck is this? Okay. Chest is empty. Really? Okay, I'm gonna set DAOs as our shortcut for now. I'm guessing that we're gonna need to use this for a while. Huh. Do I need to be up on their level? Do I need to be on their level? Ah, I see. It's sort of like Whirlwind, but DAOs. And Stream Streak. Hey, very good, very good. Pretty darn good there. Let's see. Okay, Synergy. That grip back to the thing. Not bad. Okay, honestly, this one's... Funny that this is right here as just an introduction to... Oh, hello. What'd I win? Kind of just a quick introduction to using DAOs in the field. Not a bad tutorial, not my favorite, but not a bad one. Very quick and clean to teach you how to use DAOs. They probably just wanted something to very quickly teach you how to use it. So you need 1 Mars, 1 Jupiter, summon Megara. Okay. Well, that ain't too bad. All right, then that was quick and easy. that was easy. Okay. Quick little optional dungeon to get a free summon tablet. That's not bad. Actually, that's just kind of like an easy deal, honestly. These enemies do not worry me in the slightest, though. Unfortunately, we are leveled up enough where we definitely have the means to just kind of waltz through. But one thing with books, though, is that I don't think page count is the be-all, end-all, in honesty. Some of the most influential books are relatively lean in their count. Actually, one of the few books that I remember reading in high school I had to read it for AP. They had like higher, it's I think it's called AP Literature, but it's basically like, yeah, it's like advanced placement. Basically, it was just like, okay, yeah, you're in the smarty pants class. Whoop-de-doo. But I do recall for that class, they gave you like, you had to read some of the classics. I know I read 1984 as one of them, and then there was another one I read. And honestly, 1984 is all right. I think it's I think it's one of those books that I think everybody thinks that 1984 agrees with them, and I don't think it's exactly that. I don't think it's that simple, really. This is Harappa, the city of ruins. Kraden is fascinated by ruins, so our travels brought us here, of course. Is he a tour guide? City of ruins, but it doesn't look ruined whatsoever. They rebuilt it. Yeah, I've never been to a city before, but it looks all fancy and new. I'll never fit in here. Do you feel right at home here? Good. Oh, this is the city of ruins. There must be something old around here somewhere. I guess so. You don't sound much like a know-it-all all of a sudden. Traveled through Harappa only once before. It wasn't enough time to learn much. My dad says he always steers clear of city people. Do you think it's risky being here? No. You might be right, but if we stick together, I'm sure it'll be fine. At the very least, we should stock up for a trip over the mountains to Belinsk. Hello, sir. You people warriors? Yes. You can get good work these days if you're a warrior. All the powerful men in the world are fancying themselves kings and calling their lands countries. They all need warriors to defend their borders or help take over neighboring lands. All our young men want to be warriors now. What go-getters? Well, that's perturbingly... that's perturbing, to say the least. Can I move that barrel? I cannot. Huh. How do I get in there? Pillar. The pillar. The hidden power of the pillar. I don't know why it's there, though. Intriguing. I'm trying to figure out how some of these buildings connect, because it does not make sense to me. I don't know why I bother to hawk up business. We barely make weapons fast enough to satisfy demand. Hello. God, this guy is shaped so funny. I feel like some DS characters just look so funny because they have to be they can't be like... You can't really go overboard with the polygon count with some of this. Let's see, I will sell the oil drop because I don't think I'm going to use it. Deal. I'll sell that. I'm going to sell the cotton shirt I had equipped. Okay. Let's see. Do you have any artifacts? Interested in rarities. You must be a true connoisseur. Stun voltage. Attack plus 30. How much is this? 860. Oh, I can give that to... We can give it to Karis. Yeah, we can give it to Karis and then... Maybe if we give it to Karis and then give the magic... No. Interesting. I feel like the attack... Hang on, what does this do again? Attack plus 32, I see. You don't need Sun Saga anymore? Oh, I see. Okay, I can hand it off then. Okay. I kind of forget that that's not a key item, it's just a book. Let's see. I guess I should give this... I guess I would want to give it to Reef, but I think Karis would want it more, maybe? I don't know. It's like... It's a bigger difference if I give it to Reef. I think I'm going to give it to Reef. Good to equip it now. 30 coins for the old wooden stick. Okay, sell the Sun Saga. Sell the Sun Saga. Alright, buy. Let's see. Equip. Can't equip. Yeah, kind of in a weird spot weapon-wise. We don't really need a whole lot. I guess I could give the longbow to Karis just to cover for now, but not super necessary, I don't think. Yeah, and her attack will only go by 6. We'll just wait on that. Drop in any time. I guess one thing I will check. Can I see something? I give this to... Yeah, his attack... Well, it's like, I don't think he'd be better off with it. We'll just leave it. We'll leave it be for now. I'm not gonna get too upset about it. You need armor? I'm your guy. Let's see. Artifacts. No artifacts. Buy. Let's see. I'm gonna look through really. Circlet. Open hat. Leather armlet. Just making sure I read. Making sure I read before I go too fast. I do appreciate that the old systems are still here. You know, being able to equip all these things in rapid succession. Yeah, we'll just equip. We'll just get fully equipped. We have the money for it, so we might as well. Robe. We'll get this for Reef. Why not? Oh. Oh, that's right. This setup isn't. It doesn't have the new sounds. I forgot this one has the old sounds. Hey, Fate, how's it going? I forgot it still has. I forgot that this one still has the old. Actually, that means that for depending on the game I'm playing, I'd have a. Maybe I should have that still set up that way. Ooh, maybe I should set that up so it's random. Let me shout out Fate. How's it going? It's been a bit. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm ODaM. I make things. Been a hot minute. How are you? I'm doing good. Today was a lot. It's very hot here. It is also hot. The minutes are also hot. Doing pretty well. Excellent. Outbound. Have I heard of Outbound before? Let me look this up. I don't think I know this game. What is this game? What is Outbound? But yeah, for those who don't know me, I'm ODaM. I make things. Most recent one was. I guess no. The most recent thing would have been the new music album. It's a familiar. It's called Familiar Places, and I put it on Bandcamp. It's on Spotify too. But you can actually look at the weirdest thing. I can look up Officer Demickey. It doesn't have the underscore though. But I can look up Officer Demickey and actually see my own music on there, and that is very weird to me. Very strange. But it is there. It's also on Bandcamp if you want to support it and, you know, get downloaded the WAV files and stuff. It's pretty good. Is there anything else? And my most recent game was a horror game I put on Steam. It's on sale right now. I should be hawking that more, huh? I keep forgetting to sell myself. But both my games are on sale on Steam for like, what was it, 67% off? They're like less than $2 a pop now. They're in the about section on my Twitch. So, but less important. Well, no, still important, but go check it out at your leisure. But anyway, let's see. It's a cozy camping game, gathering crafting game. Let me take a look. I want to see some imagery. Oh, that does look nice. What the heck? Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that looks cozy. I wish if there is one thing I do need to do at some point, I need to do it as a series. I need to choose a cozy game and do it like either like a gathering crafting game or some sort of. I need to find a cozy game to take on at some point as like okay, play this for a while and understand the cozy genre. So I feel like I understand so little of the genre's essence. It's so nice though. It's so nice when you have a good one. Outbound is multiplayer. Oh, ooh. I'll need to. I might need to consider. I need to contemplate. Currently we are, and here we're playing Golden Sun Dark Dawn, which we're not very far in. We're basically, I think this would be what, 6 hours in? But I've also been taking my time. I slow down a little bit. And I also try to stop and read. So is Stardew, which is the peak cozy game. I feel like Stardew's the cozy game. It's also made by one guy, even though I know he has some assistants now, but most of his work is like by himself. So Mance is doing some work, and I deeply respect it because that's some crazy stuff to do, especially on multiple platforms. That's actually the thing I think with Stardew in particular, I think surprises me so much because it's not just the peak cozy game. It's the peak cozy game on basically every system. Even like Terraria has a team, you know, they have a team of dudes and, you know, dudes and ladies working on it. But it's quite an undertaking to try and making one game is hard. Making a game for multiple systems is essentially making multiple games. It's one of those things with game design that in development that just, it hurts my brain. And it was something I was told when I was in college taking classes. One of the things I was told was that if you're making a multiplayer game, especially online, if it's online, you are making 2 games. Because if you have single player and multiplayer, you are making 2 games in terms of the amount of time necessary to get it working. And then to me, it's like, okay, now take that and multiply it by the systems. We have a theory because Stardew wasn't supposed to get more updates, but we think every time he gets annoyed with the Haunted Chocolatier, he goes back and updates Stardew. You know what? Honestly, not only does that make sense, but I feel like that feels like the kind of thing that kind of feels like a thing I would do, where it's like you get tired. Like if you're getting frustrated, you go back to someplace comfortable and familiar. So I feel like that would make sense. That okay, it's like, oh, I'm frustrated with this particular part of a project. How about I go back and work on something that I know? You know, it's like I feel like, you know, that's the thing. I think if you're looking at an eccentric creative, that's the kind of thing that is kind of like exactly the kind of thing that one would do. I mean, it's the thing I kind of do is like if I'm feeling frustrated with a work, I will go and work on something that I know. I remember this year I was telling myself that every time I feel frustrated with my book, I go work on music or play guitar. And I've been doing a lot more guitar practice this year. But that's because my next book, it's like most of it's dialogue. I feel like writing dialogue is one of those things that it takes the longest to get, because dialogue, you can't have dialogue that's wishy-washy or just whatever. You can't whatever your way through a conversation. You know, it's like, no, you have to get it right. And that is not a simple prospect when it comes to that stuff, you know? Wait, they got sliding doors in here? What the heck? Here's what I'm up to? Yes. Trying to stir up some alchemy, but I guess it's harder than making soup. Well, thanks, lady. All right, be right back. I got a potty. Well, thank you for dropping off your community. Thank you for trusting me with them. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you come back. Like, yeah, it's the most dangerous bathroom trip. Oh, boy. You know, actually, after given today with the heat, I feel like every bathroom... What the heck? Oh, no, monk came to help all the volunteers rebuild the city. One day he vanished. People worry that monsters in the ruins got to him. Man, that old lady is very, Are you treasure hunters? Yes. You seek the riches in the Harappa ruins. You may find passages that are impossible. Let me pull an old adage from my noggin. Where there's a will, there's a way. I like the old people here. But for those who don't know Golden Sun, basically there's a magic system called alchemy, where the 4 elements of the world are used to do supernatural feats. And 30 years before this game was the Game Boy games. And the TLDR is that they basically triggered a world-changing event which introduced alchemy at large back to the planet. And this game is dealing with the ramifications of those decisions. That's fun. Hello, children. Want to know what I'm doing? Yes. I'm in training. I want to use this thing called Synergy. Someday I'll be a famous adept. Okay. You must be some of those ignorant country people. Bet you've never even heard of Synergy. How'd you do that? You lit the fire. Synergy, Synergy. Put it out now, Tyrell. Come on, Tyrell. Extinguish it. I can't. You can't? What do you mean? I mean, actually, that's a reasonable point. Fire Adept can start fires, but we can't put them out. It's a sore subject for us. We'll have Reef do it. Good work, Reef. I'm impressed. I mean, we did that earlier. Well, I am a water adept. I possess the Synergy to put out fires, of course. Did it again, Tyrell. Use your Synergy in public. You promised. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Don't encourage it. We're not supposed to be throwing our Synergy around like that. Well, I agree with you completely, Karis. I'm glad to hear it, Reef. In fact, Kraden has taught us it's crucial to never misuse our powers. Synergy is a gift, but if we were the sort of people who abuse that gift... Well, I hate to say it, but we'd have to part ways. Wow, he's just being really direct about that one. We've got discipline, mostly. It's natural to want to show off Synergy. But controlling Synergy means controlling our minds. We've got to maintain discipline. And by we, you mean me, right? But I'm not weak. Taurus. I see. Of course not. Any son of the Warriors of Vale could surely become a true master. Looks like Reef has faith in us already. Oh, we had the funny faces. I have returned with pancakes? God, I wish. Man, that sounds good. Pancakes, wait. Man. I don't know why it just occurred to me that like anywhere in the continental US, pancakes at this hour is both amazing and special. Oh man, pancakes now sound. Oh well, I cannot stop stream for simply to go make pancakes. The griddle would take too long to heat up. They're fox. I'm excited. I don't. Like, there's the summons, but I don't know if any of them summon foxes. I have to check. I don't actually know what. I know that there was one that summoned a big dog. Let's see. I guess we'll talk to as many people as we can. Countries are Caucho and Ayuthe. Okay, I gotta look at these names. What are this? Powerful nation was founded by King Woe, who wages war against Passage and Ayuthe from its rich palace. Country is well known for its beautiful stonework. Its towers, walls, and courtyards are the envy of all Agi. Interesting. Okay. Caucho is powerful generals with their warriors. Let's just say they need more mercenaries like me. Interesting. Both Namu and Nemo are great fortune tellers. It's eerie how correct their predictions are. Fortune teller peers into the distant future by gazing into a crystal ball. She and her partner Nemo by the psychic talents in the city of Harappa. Fortune teller probes near future by looking into the calm waters in her golden bowl. She and her partner Namu by the psychic talents in the city of Harappa. If I'm their apprentice, so I would say that, wouldn't I? I'm sure they have an uncanny talent. Let me see. Huh. Hello. What is the fox poop cider? Newcomers to our tent. Let me look into your distant future. She's looking at it as just like rabid beast, endless darkness. What a fearful future I see. Oh, is this the end of the ancient world or the beginning of the end of ours? Oh. Oops. I am Nemo. I can gaze at your near future. For 5 coins, I'll tell you all. Yes. She looks at it and immediately sees that Blados is gonna like jump us or something. Unfortunate. Be a labyrinth caught in the coils of snake. You shall not be able to enter its true depths, not until you possess the power to see the real way inside. Interesting. Power comes from a precious object hidden below the roots of an ancient tree. 2 vicious generals will bar your way to this tree, and that is all I see. First words, I cannot bear to look upon you. Please leave our tent. Can I please pay for your service? Okay, never mind. Put 5 coins in the box here. Okay. I feel bad for that lady. We accidentally traumatized her. Oops. Sorry. Oops. That's unfortunate. Hello, sir. Welcome, weary wanderers. What aid do you seek? Oh, that's right. We don't. The gods will grant us relief. Thankfully, the gods will prevent me from exploding from poison or various other maladies. Huh. Interesting. It just occurred to me that we're gonna... I should probably set that one as a button for now, because we're probably going to use it a lot for a little while, huh? Proper ruins. Yeah, let me actually set that synergy as a... do that for now. I think having move on all the time is probably for the best. Hello. Huh. We found a friend. It's funny when we find one of the Jinn like this, or we're just walking around and we find it. Spirit of Fire's last remnants is first met in Harappa. Cinder can ignite vigor in an unconscious ally. How many revive ones do we have? Why do we have so many revive ones? That's kind of strange, actually. Why do we have so many revive Jinn? That's like, what is that? That's like 2 or 3 Jinn now that say revive your allies. That's kind of strange, I'll be honest. Yeah, my eyes are like tweaking out. I apologize. Okay, there we go. Well, we got this one. Kind of on accident, but we did get the Jinn nevertheless. Okay. I guess we'll have to explore the town a little bit more, because we need to we do need to double check to make sure we don't miss anything. I guess for me personally, I don't really mind as long as we get all of the Djinn. I don't really mind because the Djinn give us stat bonuses and new abilities. For those who don't know yet, and they're basically collectible power-ups, as it were. They do offer us new abilities. And also stat boosts. So they are very vital to... They're vital to our success if we want to win in battle. Let's see. Hello, sir. There's a town called Passage in the Kirin Mountains is once the gateway to crossing the range. Home of craftsmen, though top of remote peak, said to have gotten its name because it is, or was, a passage of sorts. I mean, that makes sense. It's a legend anyway, now it's a dead end. Was not a place to get a name like Passage. By being a Passage. Mountain town of Passage was known in ancient times as the Clouds of Passage. Maybe all the clouds around Passage used to look like roads or something. Interesting. Everything's kept very tidily. Well, that's nice. Well, that's nice. Yeah, we're gonna... I feel like combing over towns like this might be... I feel like after a certain point it'll get tired. It'll become a little tired to keep doing this, but I feel like overall it'll always be kind of worth it. Ah, big rock. We don't have a burst one, do we? Whirlwind, send things flying. We don't have a blast one, do we? Burn an object. We don't really have the means to break a rock, do we? That's all right. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. At the very least, we have other stuff we can check. Huh. Barrel, unremarkable and empty. Wait, they said that we're going to be going to the... So we have to go to the Harappa ruins for something. That's what she said, at least, so... Okay, we probably don't need to check that much more, I don't think. Oh, you know what? I do see something there. Hang on. Something on that side that I want to double check. It's over here. I wanted to check something really quick while we're here. Oh. Okay, I guess visiting a city wasn't all that bad. Sorry, where to next? Up and over the Kirin Mountains. Kraid and I once tried to go over the peaks, but we couldn't make the crossing. What? I thought there was a way through. We need to go north to Malinsk. Kraid knew of a way, we just weren't able to take it. Plato said that he knew of a way over the mountains, one that would be treacherous. We'll likely find the answer in the mountain town of Passage, so we can cross over in the Passage place. Most likely, for the path to Passage is the only way up the mountain range. We'll figure this out with your help, Reef. Now let's head up the mountains. Okay, I did not mean to go this way. Onward. Okay, I'm gonna go back this way really quick. I'm gonna go to the ruins and double check them. We only saw part of them from the from the overview anyway, so let's go look around a little bit. I'm going to take a quick look because I'm pretty sure this is maybe not required, but definitely a bit necessary, I think. Let's see. Starting to realize I don't think I understand how we're supposed to... Oh. Question, was I supposed to drop down from that one? Okay, no, there's no way to drop down from there. Does it just go this way? Okay. Run around a little bit, take a look. I don't think I fully grasp what they want. If this is a place I'm supposed to go, I don't think I understand where I'm supposed to go in it. My eyes are really tripping out right now, I will not lie. My eyes are like, ugh. A little bit tired today. That's okay. That's... Game has a lot of forced backtracking. I think that can be something in any role-playing game that can be a bit frustrating is, oh, you got this power-up. I think Metroidvanias are... It's funny, Metroidvanias give themselves a pass by making it part of the game design, but I don't know if it always feels like it earns that backtracking, especially if it's a very long way back, you know? I think when it's a very long way back to where you started to use the new power-up or something, I think this game has some functionality similar to that, where it does a similar thing where it will say, okay, you're gonna go back and do this again. And it's not, I don't think it's as forgivable when a game decides to make you do it, especially when it's okay, you have to make a pretty solid trip back to go get this, to go get a thing. Because it can be frustrating if you have to do a lot of running back and forth through the same spaces. The big thing is that if you're taking a shortcut back there, it's fine. It feels fine because you discovered a new path to get a new and shorter path to return. But when it's just, okay, do the thing, but again, it's a lot less forgivable, you know? I think especially when it's something like that, like this, where it's, okay, you're going to leave the space and you're going to have to come back. No matter what, you will have to come back. A lot less forgivable in the grand scheme of things, because it's not really the game earning that backtracking, really. I feel like it's one thing when a game makes you go back through a space and it's an intended part of the world too. North, east, southwest. Okay, I'm gonna go this way really quick. I think I'd like to go this way just to check to make sure we get anything we can over here. Say force backtracking, but it makes sense why you have once you have context. Yeah. Well, it's like, it's one thing when you're playing a game and they're like, oh, you have to go back, you have to revisit this area as part of the story. That's fine. But I think sometimes it's a little frustrating when you're it's specifically when you're made to retread old ground without any meaningful changes. I think that's when it's less forgivable, you know? I think particularly if you're playing a game and you are made to explicitly you go 5 floors down into a dungeon, it says, okay, now walk the same way back, and there's nothing new. It's just like unnecessary time to like spent walking back. Actually, I think Fable 3 had a little bit of that, where if you needed to go somewhere, you had to fast travel to a spot near it and then walk the rest of the way. And if you didn't have, if the fast travel was in a spot that was just annoying, you could end up just having to, the walk would be very annoying. Especially if it's because you're hunting for treasure chests or something. I remember that one pretty well, where it's like just hunting for boxes or little things, you know, you just get tired walking back and forth. We are gonna, can I even visit these areas? Pretty sure I can. I think we can at least check these cities really quick and see if there's anything we can acquire. Maybe through some new equipment we can give ourselves an edge. We'll spam synergies. I'm not too worried. I'm gonna drink some water while I have the moment. I do wonder what the game will think of me not going straight to Passage and going to the other cities. I don't think it'll change much, but... Oh, we learned Ragnarok already? I do remember that, if I remember correctly, I think these games... I'm trying to remember. I think they finish... I know that the first 2 games finished around level 34, 37? Like the 35 to 40 range, I think. Hobblegob. Okay, how strong are these guys? Because if these guys are very strong, we might be in trouble, but we'll see. Let's see what these guys do. Yeah, they're pretty strong against that. Okay, we're dealing some damage. We're dealing some damage. Okay, they fell before they even got a turn. Oh, 354 for one fight? Okay. I'm gonna take a solid guess and say that these guys are a lot stronger than I was anticipating. Okay. Why is this river all dried up? Who hurt you, town? Hobblegobs. Okay. Honestly, these enemies aren't that bad. I think one thing I'm noticing is how much easier it is if you do fights by just spamming. I feel like just spamming the Synergy is a very easy way to win, but it does at times feel a bit rude in some way to just absolutely demolish a fight by spamming the Synergies. Because we are absolutely cooking right now. Alrighty, let's see. Hey, Uthe, hello. We're busy taking over this place. I can't let you pass unless you have business here. So visit Caucho if you want any business to get into the army business. King Woe is the man with the master plan. Can I see that again, please? King Woe. Military-minded ruler founded the new country of Caucho in the name of his home empire, Sana. He spends his days plotting how to take over more of Agi and has mysteriously built his palace upon ancient ruins. Huh. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate that I walked this whole way. First game synergy ability stop at 52, I believe, if you're using multi-element classes. Yeah, I know that the levels in general, because I know that with the two games together, I think 50 was about where the game ended. If this game's going for a similar level, then I would at least guess that this game would be close, maybe. Though I'm kind of guessing that this game is probably going to go... If it's going for the original time frame of the first game, then... Because it's like... This game's like 1.5 of the first game. Well, you know, I'll just attack and... I'll do apply in case. But I'm kind of wondering now if... if this game is going to be... I feel like combat-wise it's going to be kind of quick. We haven't really run into any fights that feel like genuine puzzles. It feels more like, okay, spam the Synergies and pray to G. You know? Hello. It's a little quiet here in Caucho since our army's off on a mission to Egi right now. Most merchants and farmers are part of the army, so it's like a ghost town right now. Let's see. Anything to find here? Maybe if we can find a Djinn here, maybe that would be worth the time. That would make it worth the time to run around like this. Hello. I haven't seen my dad in a while. He's a farmer that got roped into marching on Ayuthe. He can barely handle a sword, but you should see what he can do with a plow. My dad trying to get a handle on using weapons, but he couldn't hurt a fly. Oh, the wife. Hello. Gentle soul makes for a loving husband. That's the secret to our happy home. Well, that's nice. Good job, lady. Let's see. I don't see any Djinn, but maybe. There might be something worth looking around in here, though. Oh, we need the ability to freeze stuff, I'm guessing, huh? Okay, this definitely feels like we're supposed to be here later. Never mind. Okay, yeah, no, I'm seeing what I am picking up what you're putting down now. Oh wait, what the heck? Wait a minute. No. Ah. Yeah, I'm starting to pick up what you're putting down, that this area might not be easily traversable, if it's not very welcoming a place in general, given that we don't have really the means to do more with it. Hello, sir. Welcome. Take a look at our fine works in armor. What the heck? Blessed Ankh. Like rarities. Please take a closer look. Oh, interesting. So the witch's wand can only be equipped by... Okay. Hang on. Equip. Would I like to equip it now? How about 645? No, I'm not going to sell that. Buy. Are any of these better? Oh, wow, that's a lot better. What the heck? Let's look through. All right, we'll grab the... Fine, just we don't have enough money. Oh, crap baskets. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Okay, equip. Give to Karis. Okay, I needed to check that really quick because that's interesting. Interesting too, because if you go and get this weapon, it's kind of like, what a rare find. How about 285? Yeah, sure. For your coins. All right, cool. Okay, we have some menuing to do. I'll do this menuing while we're here. We're gonna do some menuing. Let's see, we could buy better armor. We just bought better armor. We don't really need to. Oh, but the shields would be a nice upgrade. Okay, hang on. The shields would be a big upgrade. Hang on. The new weapon for my guy would be really nice, but honestly, wait, no. There we go. Whip. Okay, there we go. I think the armor would actually be a pretty solid move. Like 10 damage would be 10 extra attack would be nice, but the defense means that we won't have to worry for quite some time when it comes to our, because higher defense means we worry less during battle. Okay. So, with that out of the way, actually with that done, we could, I think we're just good now, because now we have some better equipment, which means we'll be in general better off to handle the next section. Oh, old lady. Will you take a gift to my grandchild in Sana? Where the heck is Sana? This country makes up the eastern part of the Agi region. It used to be a fearsome and aggressive colonial power. Yes. Here's the gift. I've tucked a letter inside of it for my grandchild. I have complete faith in you, my dear. Oh, I got the grandmother's gift. I have a question, lady. Could you please find my grandchild, give her a letter, please? I'm relying on your kindness. Question. Ways back, King Wo and Emperor Unan of Sana, our original homeland, were at each other's throats. Why is an educated monarch rule Sana from the capital of Tanfan? He succeeded the warlike Emperor Ko after a bloody civil war, uniting and bringing peace to his war-torn country. Doesn't tragedy struck in our colonies in Morgul, which is in the northern half of the continent, if you didn't know? Emperor's too busy dealing with King Wo, so he didn't have time to put up a revolution that flared up in Morgul. Any Sanans living in Morgul had to run for their lives. I see, okay. Should probably double check the atlas. Okay, so where is... Okay, we don't actually know, since we don't know where Sana is and I don't know how to get there. Well, we might be holding on to that box for a while. Whatever that gift from Grandma is, we might be holding on to it for a while, so that might be a bit... might be a bit. Where is Sana? This is the eastern side of the continent, but where the heck is that? I'm trying to figure out where that could be, and I don't really know, to be honest. Let's see. Okay, so north, south, east, west. East would be to the right, so it'd be on the right side? That. Unless I'm confused about where my, my east, my north, south, east, west, east, west, east, west, east, west, east, west, east, west, north, south, east, and west. I don't really know where that's going to be, though. I guess we'll find out soon enough. We'll find out. We'll probably find out quickly if we go, when we go through the next area. So, or we just hold on to the item until we reach Sana, and then once we do, actually, I'm gonna make a note that Golden Sun gift to Sana. We're looking for a granddaughter. Shouldn't be that hard to find, but who knows, you know? Feels like the kind of thing where we'll find it eventually, but it'll take a while, you know? Here. I can just heal back up. We're good. Where am I going? Massage, Caucho. I went every which direction, yeah? I did. Okay. God dang it. Alright, this guy we can just attack. We can just beat him up. It's fine. Honestly, combat-wise, we're kind of in a weird spot because, like I said earlier, I think we're in a weird spot that I'm not worried about fights. Feels kind of like I do the fights because it's necessary to keep steadily growing, but it's not really, I don't feel very pressed to keep doing it. It kind of feels like if I really wanted to, I could run from every other fight, but we can, wait, can we flee? Oh, I just realized, do we even have the option to flee? It just occurred to me, I don't even know if we have the option to flee. We might not even have the ability to run. I don't think we have, if we don't have the option to run in the first place, then I guess fights are just inevitable. I think next fight, I'm gonna check our main boys menu. Okay, hang on. Can we flee fights? Okay, it's when we start the fight we choose. Got it. Oh yeah, okay, we can do it here. That's right. Right, okay, we can run from fights. So we can very easily run if we so desire. It is unnecessary, but it is a possibility if we don't want to deal with it. But since fights are relatively easy, we don't really... like I said, I don't think I'm really worried about... I'm not really worried about having to run from a battle. It really does not feel... It feels wholly unnecessary to flee. Okay, what? I don't think Grow reaches that far, right? I don't think so. No, it does not. Oh, I see what the... I think I see what the goal is. Maybe? I do not see what the goal is. Okay, what's the point in that? Oh, there's a cave at the very bottom, huh? Okay. Oh, sir. This ladder has been cut. It must have happened when Passage was attacked by Caucho soldiers. Oh, I see what it is. Aha, here we are. Honestly, that's pretty smart. Got some leather boots. I see. Boots. Boost defense. Do we want to give this to... I think I'm gonna give it to... Oh, yeah, I'll give it to Roy. Why not? One moment, I do have one thing. Sorry. I have to stare away from the screen for a moment just to give my eyes a break. Hang on. I need to give my eyes a break for a moment. Hang on. Apologies. Yeah. Yeah, my eyes are like, ooh. Eyes are kind of bugging out a little bit. It's okay. It happens sometimes. I feel like sometimes it is just like a thing that, like, if you end up... I think if you end up being on screens for too long, it is just an inevitability that you're going to have to take... I think especially as I get older, I have to take more breaks from computers. Definitely should be... I should be more responsible about it, honestly. Definitely one of those things that's harder to enforce on yourself, you know? Do we have one that hits everybody? We do not. Okay. Alright, hopefully this knocks out the majority of them, though. We'll see how we do. Shouldn't be too bad on the damage side, I think. mean, honestly, I'm not, like I said, I think, oh, geez, okay, yeah. Not bad, not bad, okay. Then we just wrap up the fight by just swinging. Just swinging. Yeah, we are actually leveling up pretty consistently. Seems to me like we're kind of meant to level up regularly rather than being stuck. We're not, it doesn't seem like this game wants you to be stuck at any level in general. I feel like some games really do just prefer it when you're not stuck. They really want you to be, they really want you to continuously level up. Oh my god, why are there so many? Synergy. Wake Sphere. Then we'll do... Pretty sure the one in the middle is going to be demolished, but we'll see. Oh, I see. Well, that worked out nicely if it was a bit overkill, to be honest. Okay. That wasn't that hard at all. Okay. Let's see. I need to heal up again. This is a bit awkward that I have to heal so much, but okay. I'm gonna run back down the hill because I want to check that cave, and I don't think I'll be able to get the chance if I don't check it now. Because that cave seems to be pretty important. Oh, jeez. Kobold and a harpy. Let's see. Earthquake and... I feel like I shouldn't be spamming my synergies this much, but... yeah, whatever. Honestly, probably for the best that I continuously use the most effective methods in battles rather than trying to slog through them. It seems kind of like each area has an inevitable arc, though, where at some point I will reach a level where... oh, I see. It's a shortcut back down. Okay. I see. I'm guessing we unlock the shortcut after we do all the hard work. I see. Okay. That makes sense, but man, that's kind of awkward to learn only after the fact. Okay, got it. Understood. Not a bad thing, but man, that does feel kind of... feels kind of sad to find out only after I run through. Just... alright, cool. I guess that is what we're doing. Alright. That's alright. I will say, these larger troops are definitely a response from the game in regards to us gaining. Actually, you don't know. Probably don't want to spam... specifically, I don't want to spam my 15 level synergy, I don't think. Dodges the blow. What the heck? What the helicopter? I feel like that one... I feel like whenever I see an enemy dodge something, it just makes me go, what do you mean you dodged it? You don't... like, what do you mean you dodge? Didn't just face tank my attack for fun. Why not? Alright, we're leveling up pretty fast, though. Yeah, like I said, I think our levels are going to be just fine. And also, man, we're already kind of crushing it, so... what the heck is this thing? What? Okay. Is this a wholly necessary thing to do, or is it just for fun? Peculiar. Oh, I can't move those. Interesting. Can I whirlwind them? Oh, I can. That's funny. What is the benefit of raising this cube? Well, Kobold and a harpy. What the heck? It just felt very sudden. You know what I'm also noticing? The sheer number of healing options we have is actually kind of... I feel like it's almost unnecessary. We have so much overlap in terms of being able to heal. I don't think we'll ever have an opportunity where we will absolutely need everybody to be dropping... Like, unless there's a fight in this game that requires me to drop heals on everybody, I don't really know if there's ever going to be a time or place where I have to drop that much healing. That seems like an awfully, like, insane amount of healing ability for one thing. What the heck are we dealing with? Very high chance of horrible gusts. Passage safety board. Okay. True as my 1 month task can be done in 3 days. Sometimes it does happen like that, doesn't it? I feel like some tasks are supposed to be 3 days and they turn into 3 weeks, and some things are actually just... Some things are 1 month and then they're actually 1 day. If I lift it, what does it mean when I lift this thing? Actually, come to think of it, what do I do? See these boxes, but I don't really... Huh. I feel like I don't fully grasp... Oh, I see. Hang on. Got a whirlwind. I go whirlwind that way? Ah, I do. Okay, but then do I move it, or... What do I do with this, actually? Oh, I see. There we go. So once it's lifted, I can then push it. I see. Okay. We'll say that was not 100%. Oh, hey, there's an Earth Djinn right there. Okay, what's the catch? Welcome to our Zol mine. We gather all the floating Zol stones we can't... Zol. What is Zol? Unique mineral, also called floating stone, floats in the air when touched by wind. Does that mean it floats all the time? Because wind is... Then send them higher on the updrafts in here. Zol floats on the wind, you know. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's pretty cool. What a pain. We can't get back into town since the winds are so strong right now. I guess we have to wait. Right. I see. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna set Whirlwind as the synergy we need. I feel like we're gonna be using this a lot more in the coming zones. We absolutely are gonna be using this a lot. We are definitely gonna be using Whirlwind a lot more because of all this air stuff. I feel like Fireball might be the one we've used the least up to this point. I kind of hope there's more usage for Fireball, but it does feel a bit like we're not really using it for much, are we? Because it feels a bit like we're kind of, I want to say squandering it, but it does feel like fire was absolutely left to the wayside in the grand scheme of things. I'm kind of surprised we're not using fire more, but maybe that's just because we haven't really been given any tasks that require Tyrell to do that. What is this thing? Got the blow mace. What is the blow mace? Okay, who needs this weapon? Let me make sure. Elven Rapier. Oh, it's not even better than that. Okay, so if I equip it... Sure, why not? Let's try it. Do appreciate that we don't have to worry about weapon type with each character. It's just that certain characters just straight up can't equip all weapons. Makes sense. Oh, careful, SpongeBob. Oh. Final Fantasy X. Well, we finished Final Fantasy X Ice Cream. Halls, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. But we did finish the game, and when we finish a game, we go to the next one. That is the general rule of things here. It was a good journey, though. I did enjoy Final Fantasy X a great deal, though. Was kind of, I feel like of all games I've played this year, though, I think it might be, it's probably gonna end up topping the tier list, if I'm being honest. I'm curious if it'll stay there. I don't know what all we're gonna play this year. I know we're playing Final Fantasy Tactics, but I do wonder if we're going to have, is it going to be a clear and decisive top spot, or is it going to be a contest? We'll see. All right, got another Venus Gin. Rough Hide can protect allies like a shield. Let's see. I didn't even see my stats with it, though. Let me see what the stats are when we change it out, though. Okay, so it's a right now it's giving a luck boost, a minor defense boost, fair bit of HP actually. Okay. Honestly, I feel like this game is doing a solid job of getting the. I think at this point the player's been introduced to most of the mechanics, and at least the formula of how to use the mechanics of the game. Doing a really solid job. I think it's doing good being a Golden Sun game. I think the tough thing is that with Golden Sun and Golden Sun: The Lost Age, I think you had more time to kind of get used to the characters around you. And this one's quite literally a next generation story where you have a new generation of heroes, and I could see some people being a little bit annoyed having to deal with a new group of kids, but I think these kids are just fine. I think they're doing a pretty solid job. How much damage did we do? Okay, I am now feeling vindicated that we used on the sides and we didn't target the center again. All right, is this gonna be enough damage? Yeah, more than enough damage. Very good. Some game, I feel like it is one thing though that it is one thing I've noticed with my gaming habits in general is the fact that since I do jump between games, it does mean that at times when I finish a game, there's that lingering spot, you know, where it's like, oh yeah, we do end up recalling the games we've seen and the games that we got used to it for a while. I think it's especially when it's one of those games where we play it for a very long time. And we finish it, so it can be quite an adjustment period, I find, to try and get used to that again. We need to shove them. Oh, I need a reset. I see. Okay, what are these things? These things on the floor, I don't think I know what they do. Question, what is this thing? What is this thing, anyway? Huh. So I'm trying to figure out what this thing is, but I don't know what it is. Is it a fireball thing? Okay. I'm curious what these things on the floor are, because I don't think I've ever seen them before. Oh, do I need to come back here with... I feel like I need to come back here with a different... Yeah, I probably need to come back here with a different power-up, huh? Okay. Or perhaps I just need to move without being a little bit stupid. Maybe? Okay, this works. Yes? No. Uh-oh. Okay, I understand my mistake. Hang on. Okay, I'm starting to see what I can do. I think this is what I'm supposed to do with freeze, because with this one puddle, without freeze, I don't think this is possible. I don't think. I could be wrong, though. I've been wrong before on stuff like this, but let's check. I push this one this way. Yeah, it lands there. But I don't think I can properly line. Yeah, I can't line it up properly. Yeah, I think we need free. We definitely need freeze to finish this one, so we'll come back to it. I feel like we're gonna end up being forced to come back down this section of the mountain, and we're gonna get some of this stuff once we have freeze under our belts, and that's fine. I think it's a little bit awkward to have to. I think it's awkward seeing the power up more than a couple times, seeing what we need, and not being able to use it. But especially knowing what. Oh hey, especially knowing what it is. You know, I think that's what's kind of. Maybe that's what's causing a bit of friction, is that I know what I need, and not being allowed to use it is kind of frustrating in a way. Climbed all the way to the mountain town of Passage. I can't wait to see it again. I follow me to the very spot that Kraden believes was the only way across the peaks. It's covered by a wooden sign. We're almost to the passage that Kraden believed would cross the Kieran Mountains. It's above the town. Let me take you there directly. We're going to come back to explore Passage later. Onward. My guy, please. This is the way across the Kieran Mountains. What? But we're so high in the clouds that there's nowhere else to go. Nonetheless, this is the spot that Kraden believes was the key to crossing over. That's impossible. We're at the very top of this mountain. How can we go anywhere from here except back down? We had a Sorwing with us. Well, how funny about that? We don't have one. Feather of a mountain rock is what gives this invention its gliding power. If trained, the Depths can use a Sorwing to fly with high precision. But here's the crux of the matter. See the mountain across the sky? That's Craggy Peak. Kraden said that the ancient ancestors of us as Depths lived there. Craggy Peak. That's what a name. Once home to the Neox, they're advanced but highly advanced. Their ancient but highly advanced civilization created many remarkable devices. They're also known as the Genie. I think that's the name I remember. Each time those who could use Synergy are known as the Genie. With their power and understanding, created a great civilization, which all faded when alchemy proved too dangerous. Yep. The Genie lived on the peak were known as the Neox, and they looked over this part of the world. We're getting a lot of lore bits, but that's good. Worked with the Exothide to create the alchemy machines, but when alchemy vanished from the world, so did the Neox. Did Kraden think that the Neox used their powers to travel between here and there? Exactly. He thinks they could create some sort of sky passage between the peaks. The Neox Genie worked with the ancient people. This is a lot of, like, universe-specific terms. Kraden believes such machines are based on alchemy principles. The one in Passage is called the Alchemy Forge. Ancient machine was built by the Neox, powered by the element of fire, thought to create wondrous things. Lots of lore, lots of work for the fuck. Well, it's like, you know what's funny? I feel like the tough thing is when you get too many world-specific terms, and it's not easy to break it down to here's a basic understanding of what we're dealing with. It can be a little harder to keep track, especially when you get a bunch of new nouns and verbs. That is also one aspect of games that I feel like it's tough sometimes, not just story-wise, but mechanically. Because all games can be broken down to nouns, verbs, and adjectives. I would say adverbs as well, but I think adjectives and I think nouns and verbs are what we build games off of. Because you have a thing and you have what it's doing. And I think it's tough when you're writing a story and the verbs get too universe specific. I think the timeless stories have verbs that are universal. Not so simple. Kraden couldn't figure out how to get Passage's alchemy forge running. But Kraden is a genius. How could we succeed where he couldn't? We had to figure it out. There's no other way to reach Belinsky and catch up with Kraden. Not to mention getting to Morgul to find that feather. If we only hadn't run into those fiends in the cave. Leidos had a direct hand in force us into the south part of Angara, but why is that masked man tagging along with him? The guy wanted to know if we had the glyph book. He's eager to send us south to find you, Reef, not Kraden. What I could gather, seemed that Kraden suspected his true identity. I had the feeling that they knew each other pretty well. You think so? That explains why Kraden was so willing to part ways. Can't imagine they'd be friends, but old allies perhaps. Trust Kraden, but I can't see trusting anything about that masked man or Belados. Yeah, I'm guessing these kids do not understand that guy definitely from the first game. Let's see how that gets us across the sky. Now, if only we did have a soar wing. We had ours is broken. Of course, we wouldn't be here for that if it wasn't for that. So all we have is an ancient legend about a machine that can make a cloud passage. I wish I had pried more details from Kraden when we were here last year. No use fretting about it now. This conversation feels like we could have summarized it a little bit. We'll have to investigate this ourselves. Okay, that's a bit redundant. Only way we'll get to the peak. We have nothing but a dusty Genie legend to go on. I feel like there's a couple of repetitions here. That's what's kind of getting. That's what's kind of like, okay, we kind of see the point now. Got another thought. There's one more reason Kraden gave up on getting to that peak. We didn't have a wide enough variety of synergy to start the alchemy forge. Variety? What kind of synergies did you think you need? I don't know. Well, who else came with you and Kraden? Just my sister Noelle, and we're both water adepts. Maybe we have a chance because we cover all types. Okay, so we're... Find the alchemy forge. Create that cloud passage to Craggy Peak in no time. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, easy what? Okay, easy writing. There's a writing... Plays Bray with synergy power now. But it wasn't like this before. Changes in the wind. Key to all this is in Passage. Head back to town then. I'm sure we'll cover the secret there. Yep. I will say, one thing that is a big... I call it a big no-no in writing. Never repeat yourself too close to what you first said it, right? Like a repetition, like a callback is one thing, but repeating yourself regularly is pain. A big one is, you know, it's actually the game I think of when it's like breaking the cardinal sin of why can you not stop reminding me what I'm doing? Borderlands 2, for all of its beauty, it is a very fantastic game. There are a couple of missions where some characters, it's just like, I know that I am here to get this thing and do the item and do the whatever. And they will repeat it multiple times. Like whatever term they want you to, they want to hammer home what the mission is. They do not want you getting distracted for even half a second. And it is aggravating. It is one of those moments where you just sit there thinking, okay, please stop repeating what the thing I need to do. It is definitely a thing in that game that, oh, unfortunately, that is one bit that it eats away at your brain if you let it get to you. Oh, sir, what are you doing here? So here's our treasure vault. I don't let so much as a mouse through that say so from Bogo. Where's Bogo? Elder of Passage, like all descendants of the ancient Exothai, is a blacksmith of great craftsmanship. Very cool. He's so the old guy. I understand. But I do think this game is giving us a lot of verbs, and verbs and nouns. Mostly nouns. Huh. Actually, wait. Oh, I see. Oh, sir. Here's the real reason there's a town up here, because metal liquefies more easily at this altitude. Take it from an old metal worker like me or discover it for yourself. Huh. Question. Okay, I see two blocks. Neither of those ones work in that spot though, yeah? That one over here though. Okay, there's this one. Yeah, I need to see. Okay, I see that this one needs to go over here. Yeah, I see what needs to be done. Hang on. I see a puzzle here, and I'm curious what I even get for trying it, but let's see what we can do, yeah? Sir, please move out of the way. I'm trying to push blocks. Sir, please, I just want to push blocks. Why do I have to move it this way? Oh, I see, because I can't move it up and around. Other man. Oh, I see why. Okay, no, never mind. I understand. Hang on. My brain is working. I'm thinking. Hang on. Oh boy. You know what? I'll just be honest. I'm grateful I even made it to 3 hours of stream, let alone the first hour. But the fact that we got through the majority of stream, I'm pretty happy. Okay, we push this here. Not bad. Okay, I understand the problem now. This one needs to go... One needs to go to the bottom. This one goes to the bottom one, and then we just push the other one to the other side. Excellent. Okay. I will say, if there is one thing this game does have an abundance of, and it might be something that I do feel like this is something that would get on some people's nerves, is the number of block puzzles this game has. It does get a little... There are a few times where it's been like, okay, yeah, we're going to be here doing block puzzles for a very long time, aren't we? Hello, sir. We can only get the Alchemy Forge working properly. My hammer is begging for action. Question. Okay, so we have those. Question, if I leave, is that going to be... Question, if I leave before that's done, is it going to be... No, they stay where they are. Okay, cool. Nope. Okay. I'm guessing we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. Okay. Oh, you know what? There's still that fire gen I saw on the way into town that I don't know how to get to. He's right there. Don't know how to reach that guy. How does one... Oh, I'm guessing the walls come up after I activate the Alchemy Forge. I see, I see. Okay. Do all these different rooms have things? Our ancestors here in Passage are like 2 peas in a pod of the ancient people called the Genie. That the value of their abilities. Looking for our elder? Try the central hall where the Alchemy Forge is. Clouds of Passage. Alright, yeah, so I'm guessing that... I need to find the central workshop. Yeah, there it is. Alright, let's go to the central workshop. Let's see if we can't get permission to activate the forge. This is the machine. Yeah, it requires fire alchemy. I see. What is all this? So this is the ancient machine reef? Indeed it is. Well, tell us everything. Don't keep us waiting. This is the alchemy forge. Doesn't look like any kind of forge I've ever seen. It's just a giant oven. Look at that thing. Forges are normally used to make weapons, but this one creates a cloud passage to Craggy Peak, right? The alchemy forge isn't doing much of anything at the moment. Perhaps it's broken? Big puzzle to solve, from what I see. Hey, Tyrell, throw a fireball at the spot marked with this flame. Can't stand it when cars buzz me on. Just fire it up. Poor baby boy. I at least give him credit that at least he still goes along with it, even if he's not the most pleased with this predicament. So that's the secret. It's not broken, just disconnected. Do you think we can get it running again? I don't know, it's awfully big. Maybe you're onto something, Karis. What do you think? Can we get it started? I'm just like, yeah. I agree, this place looks like it has a lot of parts we can manipulate. So in each of the sections, so I'm guessing we have 4 sections to do. Are those blocks the secrets are reconnecting to the forge? I think it's like this, just watch. Ah, she's doing the brain thing. I'm watching, but I don't understand what she's doing. The lines of power are broken. Let's reconnect them throughout the chamber. Then we should fire up the forge again to see if the alchemy forge powers up. Or yeah, what she said. We'll have this alchemy forge up and running again in no time. Okay. Let's reconnect all the power lines and then throw another fireball. So is it all the power lines in this section or all the power lines in general? I don't think I fully grasp... I think I fully grasp if it's all of them or if it's just some of them. I don't think I fully know yet. Okay. How do I move this one? Okay. Let's see, what do we got? Bushy. Ah, okay, I understand. I feel like this one makes more sense to do first, but okay, so we move this one there. Oh, duh. This one's just like it's just push it. Wait a minute. I think this one isn't supposed to go like this. Ah, crap baskets. Hang on. I gotta back out of this room. Okay. Did it reset? Does it reset the whole puzzle or just parts? No, it only reset. Interesting that it only resets parts of it. It only resets bits and pieces. Okay. Okay. It does not work. I'm... okay. Hang on. That's on me. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Can I push it in any other direction before that? No, I can't. It's supposed to go right here. But how do I... Oh, duh. This moves. Doy. I didn't see the thing on the ground. That's on me. I didn't see the thing on the floor. You can see it's like there's the slight indentations. Okay, and then if we light this bad boy up. The elder of this town is gonna be so confused when we accidentally turn on the ancient technique. We turn on the ancient device and we accidentally turn on the alchemy forge just for fun. The elder's like, what the heck just happened? Who turned on the ancient machine of the... Who turned on the god machine? Who has tampered with the alchemy forge? Oh, Bogo. Who are you intruders? Tell me at once. You're with those terrible soldiers. Don't bother trying to strong-arm me or my people. May look old, but I'm a descendant of the ancients. Passage will never cave to you outsiders. We descend to the Exathi will band together and we'll speak to that Ayuthe king, but not yours. Ancient people, yep. So they had no synergy, but they were skilled. Excuse me, sir, but we're not who you think we are, though you and I have met before. What are you looking at, Gramps? Gramps? I'm an elder at Passage. Call me that, or by my name Bogo. Anything else is disrespectful. Now, who lit these fires? Was it you? One of you must be able to wield synergy. All of us can. We're adepts. Are you now? The adepts are descendants of the Genie who reigned over the ancient world. Yeah, we know. We read that in the book. Heard legends of the Genie and even the Neox of nearby Craggy Peak. I've also heard of the Exathi, who were your ancestors of legend. What the heck was that face? What was that? How did you come to know all of this? I'm a student of alchemy. I once visited here with the scholar Kraden. Kraden, did you say? Another old fart. Lots of old guys. Is Kraden with you now? No, I'm sorry to say that he's not. What a shame. He was an interesting old fellow. We parted ways too soon. Kraden couldn't figure out how to restart your forge, but we adepts have. He's just like, oh, hey, look at that. So you have. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, look at that. I mean, we just turned it on. We didn't actually want to mess with it. The fires are blazing. So the alchemy forge has been relit. The writing says we need a critical part to control it. What does it say? What? It couldn't be clearer. It says what it says. You'll have to forgive our ignorance. It simply looks like a curious design to us. It all means something? My, for a death seems you know less than I'd expect. Oh, well, thanks, Gramps. Thanks, man. What is that? Ah. Soul mask. That's what it says. Soul mask. Oh god, I clicked too fast. Don't call me Gramps. It says that the machine can only be used once the soul mask is inserted here. What is it? It's like a bionicle looking mask. Ancient relic is said to be related to the forge in some way. Aha, and that mask is in the ancient Ouroboros labyrinth. A legendary labyrinth is said to be quite serpentine, ensnaring those who dare to enter its twists and turns. That will be a problem, given that the Ouroboros is below Caucho Palace. Are you sure we need the mask? The forge is ready to go. Yes, I bet you're right. The ancients probably want to ensure that only the right people used it. Certainly that's why we need the mask. I only wish it were here. Bogo, what exactly is the soul mask? It's a cool looking thing. You've heard of the Neox on distant Craggy Peak, who watched as part of Angara? Yes. And Passage. So few alive know the secrets of the ancient times. Okay. So basically, I'm one of them. I rarely share secrets with outsiders, but since you know Kraden, I'll tell you more. I know of an old prophecy about what would happen if alchemy was restored to the world. Oh, he knows about the story from the beginning of the game that it would restore. Okay, so the Neox predicted that the Adepts would restore fallen civilization's form of glory. Long ago, such a thing would come to pass, for life here gets harder by the year. Those of us in the southern part of Angara owe what little we have to the ancient Neox. Live our hearts grab lives amid the broken pieces of their long dead. Okay, this is a lot. These people who lived on Craggy Peak really made that much stuff, huh? It's hard to imagine that Neox could have done so much, yet so little's known about them. So much lore, dude. It's so much lore. I think one thing that's happening, I'm noticing it now, is that I think some of the characters are blending because we're getting so much exposition from different characters that it doesn't feel like we have a designated smart character. We just have like everybody's talking about the lore. The lore. No, nothing of Genie elsewhere, only of the Neox who guided the fate. Blah, blah, blah. When the ancient Genie faded into history, so too did the Neox. God, it's so much world building, but it's like the one problem is it's not moving the story forward. It's only deepening the world's history, but it's not actually moving the story forward. A lot of this is just it's a lot of world building, but it's not moving the story forward now. All the powerful synergies too attending for the ancient people Weyard, so they placed a device around the world to stop it up. So if stopping the flow of synergy had terrible consequences. Synergy is what sustains the world. Without it, everything began to decay. That's what we ran into last time. Our parents were the ones who saved the world. The words avail. Those are your parents? Crane told me about the quest to save the world with the golden sun. Roll credits, I guess. Crane likes to talk about it, doesn't he? He's quite proud of the role he played. Noble soul, that Crane, and you are the children of the warrior veil. Remarkable. How does this all relate to the soul mask? Oh yes. Oh good, we get to the part where we're here for. The Neox created the alchemy forge just for the craftsman of Passage. The synergies needed to keep the forge running. But when the Neox vanished, Passage couldn't use the alchemy forge anymore. What a clever young man you are. Without synergy, our forge stopped. The Passage began its long and slow decline. When the golden sun happened 30 years ago, we thought our forge might restart, but it didn't. Yes, we simply needed the right Adepts to come along, but it's not yet at full strength. Get it back in a working condition. You don't need any more fire, that's for certain. So the soul mask is necessary. So we need to go to Ouroboros, which is near Caucho. Why do the Neox require mass to operate the machine? If I had to guess, is to ensure that only their allies can get to the Neox city of Craggy Peak. Speaking of allies and enemies, Soul Mask is fairly close to our enemy, King Woe of Caucho. But he knows that they don't know us. The Ouroboros is under distant Caucho Palace, from which King Woe is waging war on Passage. Caucho has sent waves of soldiers to conquer Passage. We fended off their attacks. Okay, we're in the Caucho soldiers trying to get their hands on the alchemy forge. Probably. You think so? It's possible, I suppose. But how could they do anything with it? What do you mean? I mean, I don't think they... I mean, that's can only start up now, and even now we still need the Soul Mask to actually use it. Yeah, he's just like... He figured it out. Mask just seems just as important to the people Passage as it does to us. So it's twice as important to find it. Okay. Raiden did think this machine was very important. So... Yeah, this is what I was talking about, though, that... I feel like the tough thing is that basically it's a lot of we're dancing around what's necessary, and there are ways to do this like zigzag motion to get to the point without it feeling like we're burning like we're kind of like wasting. It feels a bit wasteful to constantly back and forth because I know we're gonna go into the it's kind of like we know once you mention the Ouroboros as a labyrinth where the thing we're looking for is, it's already assigned that we're going to go get it. So dialogue where people hem and haw about it feels like it feels like it's kind of an unnecessary roadblock that is going to be cleared anyway. Inside the Ouroboros, it's a fiendish labyrinth. Yeah, so it's a we saw that actually in the okay, funny thing, we saw this in the lore thing that we clicked on. And I feel like it's like him explaining it as if you don't click on the thing, but it does feel like we're kind of going to anyway. Stop calling me that. Fortunately, Bogo is going to be Gramps forever. Nevertheless, it's all true. The Ouroboros is a maze filled with riches. Many treasure hunters have ventured inside. Why does he keep making that face? Sorry. I bumped the thing. Need more water. So, we need to go in there for the thing. Have any adepts ever tried? Elder? I don't believe so. Perhaps you could succeed. Weave Passage could never thank you enough if you were able to restore our alchemy forge fully. Wouldn't the King of Ayutthaya be fascinated? King of Ayutthaya? King Pythos. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna... Oh, God. You of Ayutthaya have descended from Exathay. They have their own ancient machine. Oh, I almost dropped my controller. God dang it. Ayutthaya is another one of these machines. Theirs is called the Alchemy Well. Okay. Interesting. Ayutthaya machines started working suddenly about 20 years ago. Ayutthaya's growth has been explosive since then. Been somewhat jealous. That's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? I love the funny faces they make, though. Before you leave Passage, you must learn more at our meeting hall. We have ancient secrets to share. Please come outside, then climb the stairs on the side to reach it. I'll wait for you in our hall. Oh, brother, are we gonna do more lore? Again, I love world building. I love it when we have lore to work with. Oh my god, it can be really hard to take it all in if we're kind of be constantly... It is definitely going to be one of those things where we end up with too much lore, you know? Ancient insult that meant simple people. Or were those who had neither synergy or the craftsmanship. The world laughs at them. I feel for the 40 now if we lost so much of the old ways. Oh my god. And like I said, I think this is the kind of stuff where it is interesting, but it is also a lot to take in. And to me personally, too much world building like this can be very hard to take in all at once. Special visitors to our meeting, the children of the warriors of Vale. They've just arrived in Passage. Use their great synergy powers to restart our alchemy forge. Our forge fixed. Synergy powers? Can't believe it. Visitors from Vale. Boggy. Why is he shaped like... He looks kind of like the boy from... Oh, what's the game called? It was a Super Nintendo game. It was a ninja. What was this? It was a samurai. Was it Shinobi Sasuke? This game needs 5 pounds more lore. Not just 5 more lines or 5 more paragraphs. No, 5 more pounds. That's how you know the book is huge. The book is huge when you know you have 5 pounds of lore. 5 billion pounds. 5 pounds of lore for the lore master. But he looks like, what's the game called? We played it on stream. What the heck was it called? It wasn't Conquest of the Crystal Palace, because I think that's a different one, but that's a different game. I guess Conquest of the Crystal Palace had, yeah, it had the tall, he's a taller guy. What was it? It was SNES Ninja. I'm trying to remember what the game was called. Legend of the Mystical Ninja. That's what it was. He looks like that guy. I love the face that guy made. Not functional. Crucial item. We have to get our forge working again. These guys are these are bumbling fools. I love them. All we need is the soul mask from the Ouroboros Labyrinth. Oh, I didn't click on this one? Okay, so it holds the important mask. Snowdy. Hey, Shelby, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Good to see you again. It's been a little bit. Hope you're doing well. With this guy's panicking about the Ouroboros Labyrinth. It goes in a circle. But that's under Caucho Palace. Oh yeah, that's right. Then this guy's like, that's hopeless. I think I know a way to get the soul mask. I like this guy. Going good. Still getting over my sickness. I see. I hope you need you a vitamin C supplement of sorts. That's good. It's good that you're getting over it, though. It is steady progress to get through sickness. I know on my end, I felt a little bit gross after I had to go out into the world today, and the heat was not kind to me. When I gave me the chance to stream, I got sick leave for 2 weeks. Ah. That's just awful. You know what's the thing, sad music here? I will say, you know what really kills me is whenever I know my brother, whenever he gets a week of vacation, he usually gets sick, and I'm like, dog, please, come on, man. I always feel so bad for him when he gets vacation, then he doesn't get to use it. It's like, come on. Absolutely painful. Vitamin C, true. I think I have some somewhere near. Oh yeah, that's good. Yo, me too. Yeah, it's like I feel so bad for people where it's like they finally get vacation, they get sick during it. I hate that because that's like, dog. This is the time you should be relaxing and enjoying your day. So when that gets stolen from you, I feel for that, man. The elders possess great wisdom. You might find something vital for their journey. For your journey. Oh, old guys. Pondering our alchemy forge. They craft many things with it. We use the floating material we call Zol. Perhaps Zol was used to make something that could cross the sky. Contemplating the Ouroboros puzzles. The ancient Eidola people helped build the labyrinth. The ad break is coming. How come I don't get any snoozes anymore? Aside from the ancient Neox, the Eidola people must be holding the secrets of surviving it. Ruminate upon Calcho Palace. King Woe. Did I read about King Woe? Thought I did. Raise himself by disrespecting the past. Meditating on the Ouroboros. It said the Ouroboros that you'll enter labyrinth by labyrinths. There are treasures to be found. Okay, so we find everything there. Hello, Boggy. The Boggy. My name is Boggy, so you're helping my grandfather Bogo. Yeah, I have great names here. This young... I can't read the phrase young man without thinking about SMT. A lot of life stuff got me vacation time, but come on, man. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. It's just... Well, it's like, it's so frustrating when the cycles of life are not lined up with you, you know? It turns intent into... It turns your intent away from your outcome, and that's frustrating. I do hope that you're able to at least get a few days where you can really enjoy the time, you know? Because, man, I do feel that. But yeah, vitamin C and vitamin D are very important for good immune system. And at least to me personally, I am also I'm a big proponent of at the very least like fruits and veggies in general. It helps out a lot. Yes, for sure. It's at the rear end of sickness, thankfully. Never hurts to kick it harder out of you, you know? I actually remember once, it feels so bad that I don't have this. I don't like you think of Snailwood stuff. Oh, I feel that. I feel that. I can understand this. I feel like the thing that it is a thing that people used to be envious of me of was that when I would get sick as a kid, I would straight up just fall asleep for like 12 hours and then it would just be over. Nowadays, I get pretty solid sleep, so I don't actually stay sick anymore. And my usual tactics tend to work, but I'm also it's a bit harder for me to get to sleep sometimes now. But it still works sometimes that I will, that I can sleep for 10 plus and then just be better. Looking forward to working, I'm sure you could go the same way. So you must enter the Ouroboros, so no someone might survive the labyrinth. His name is Amidi. It was a privileged life in Ayutthaya. I guess you could say he's a golden child. Nephew to King Pythos is the prince to Ayutthaya. He's also a good friend to Boggy from Passage. It's difficult for most outsiders to get anywhere near him, but I'm his friend. I know a way. I need to give you something first. Follow me. Where's he going? Onward. Informed everyone, we're all relying on you to bring the soul mask. All right. Thank you, old man. Now, where did I put it? Big mask. No. I love the little emote things, the little emoji things that pop up when the characters are walking around. I love these. Before I give this to you, I gotta tell you the latest news from Ayutthaya. King Woe of Kaucho wants to take over Ayutthaya. In fact, he's got the main castle surrounded by troops. Don't worry, King Woe's soldiers can't possibly succeed. People of Ayutthaya have hidden deep under the castle grounds where Kaucho can't find them. There's a gate into this hidden city, but here Kaucho's generals cannot open it. No one can. So if you want to get inside Ayutthaya, you'll need this. The tree flute. The flute is the secret to getting into the castle, but it still won't be easy. You'll need to get past the generals to reach the inner Ayutthaya courtyard. A strange and ancient tree. Walk up to it and then play this flute. Tree is your only way into Ayutthaya. Once you're inside, find Amidi. I bet our Zol transport might be working, so you can, now that you powered up the forge, fast way down the bottom. Hasn't been used in my lifetime. Look for it in the Zol storehouse nearby. Okay, then go find that soul master. We're all counting on you. Oh, that's what the fortune tower lady was talking about, though. That we'll fight 2 generals and Calamity will follow. Well, that's not good. Well, fingers crossed that doesn't go poorly. What's the worst that can happen? God, it feels so mean to say it like that, where it's like, oh, what's the worst that can happen? Oh no. God, it feels so you know what's the thing, it feels very reductive to say it like that, but I do think it's very funny sometimes when it's like oh no, one of the Zol miners stepped off the edge on the platforms above Passage. Heard of the old stories about a cloud passage that went? Pretty dumb idea. That was the last we ever saw of him. Then there's the other old story about some kind of man beasts who live across the clouds. Interesting, to say the least. The Zol storehouse is pretty nice, though. This is a pretty nice place. Ad break. A big rock. Okay, let me drink some more of my water. I might just finish it up. Hang on. Okay, one thing I just caught that's a little bit interesting. I was drinking my water and I noticed the number. 88 out of 179 on the encyclopedia. That's kind of surprising. And we have 25% of the Jinn. If we have all of the... Alright, here's the thing. If we're considering the game completion, 25% of Jinn... I say this is like... That's like roughly half of the... This is roughly half of the encyclopedia. So, if I were to take those and average it together with our level, level 14. The first Golden Sun ended around the 30s to 40s, if I recall, like 35. If this game is comparable in length, I would say that we're about a third of the way through the game then. 33 to 20, like 28 to 33%. I would lowball it personally, but oh, you know, I just realized I haven't saved this whole time. I have not saved this entire time. Oh my god, it just occurred to me that I hadn't saved this whole time. Okay. Also, I think the fire Djinn that we passed by, I think that one we have to finish the alchemy forge before we can get it. Because we can't, there's no physical way to reach it until that's open, so we'll grab it on our way back. Okay, I do need to check one thing. I stopped in Caucho earlier. Where is it? Caucho. That's this one. Okay. Prince Vidi Kadibi. We gotta go get him. Alright, so Caucho's that place. Oh. I mean, we haven't had a fight in a while, huh? Man, it just occurred to me that how long have we gone without having a fight, and it actually did just... Now I'm thinking about it. How did we go this long in the game without having any battling? We had like, that was like a solid hour of just us exploring and walking around. Just about. I was taking my time, of course, but still, that was quite a bit of time for us to be doing dialogue stuff for all that time. Like, holy crap, really? That was a fair bit of dialogue to go through. Holy. To catch everyone up, basically we were given a flute that we're going to play at a tree. We have to fight 2 generals, and we're going to find a Prince Amidi of Caucho, and he will help us get... He'll help us figure out where to get to the Ouroboros. Basically, his job is to get us to Ouroboros. That's the goal. What's this thing? E-shop closed. Aww. E-shop is closed. How can this be? How dare they close the tea shop? My favorite. It would be my favorite thing, though. Broadsword, heavy mace. Is there anything we can get that's better? The wooden cap. Oh, this is just better in general. Holy crap. Oh, we can afford one for each character. Pack is full. God dang it. Now, L. Okay, unfortunately, I'm going to need to... I need to reorganize my equipment so I can better... Okay, hang on. Okay, question. How is my pack still full? Oh, because I have the tree flute, that's why. And Grandma's gift. Themis mace and the... I think the Themis mace and... I could probably sell the herbs. I don't think we're going to need them. 21 coins. Honestly, the money is kind of secondary, but also... What a rare find. I have a 1400. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All this so I can buy a hat for 1 extra defense. All this so I can buy a hat. All right, well, we have extra money too, so we'll have some extra cash for the next time we need to do equipment upgrades. Oh, we could do this. Yeah. All right, fine. Spend the money. It'll be good for us to have all this stuff done. The extra defense is nice. It's nice. I feel like this is one of those things where I don't think you can really drill into somebody without them doing it themselves. You can't drill into somebody how to do good menuing, but I feel like number go up in any role-playing game is kind of the like, I feel like it's that thing that once you learn it and you master it as a skill, you do end up really appreciating it. It is definitely the skill that once it starts becoming a habit, it becomes a lifestyle. That's kind of silly to say it like that, but I'm guessing that we're missing the vision ability because the first game had that vision ability where you could see invisible things. For some reason, I'm wagering that, I don't know, something to me is saying that this is what we're missing. Maybe? It does seriously feel like we're missing something important here, though. I have many questions. Okay, wait, no, I need to go around. What the heck? I don't think I fully understand this area, I'll be honest. I don't think I fully grasp what I'm supposed to do, but I think I'm at least... I think this game's... this game providing environmental puzzles is where it's at its strongest. Which I definitely could see being frustrating in many ways. Okay. Back here again. This is not where I'm supposed to be. Okay, advises that we find about the Ouroboros. Explore both countries to learn the truth. Okay, got it. So we have to go to both places to learn the truth. Okay, I need to make sure of one thing. Let me check the encyclopedia really quick for something. It'd be, let's see, what is it? People. Okay, hang on. Bobo. Amidi. Where am I supposed to be? Prince, also a good friend to... I went to the wrong place. I definitely went to the wrong place. I need to go to Ayuthe. God dang it. I went to Caucho and I'm supposed to be in Ayuthe. God dang it. Oh well. You know what? Probably good that I reappraised myself at this place anyway, but god dang it. I went to the wrong place. You know what? If I'm going to get tunnel vision, at least it's at the end of stream and not the beginning, because beginning of stream tunnel vision is much harder to break. That is a harder nut to crack for me. Okay. Also, we're nearing on time. Schedule-wise, we're going to be on the same schedule for a while. So it's going to be, like, you know, Wednesdays are Golden Sun. Thursday is Neo, The World Ends With You. And that one's somewhere in the middle, I think. Probably 25 to 30% as well. And Sunday we're playing Ocarina of Time for a rare Sunday series because I really want to actually finish Ocarina of Time. We'll see how that goes. I'm expecting that it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for me, but we'll see. I will confess this next Sunday is gonna be. I hope it's not a repeat of today where I'm like a little bit delirious in terms of my energy level, but only because I am keenly aware of the fact that after, I feel like after Sunday I will have stories to tell, but I won't be able to use names because it'll be, you know, personal family stuff, but well, family, but brothers, you know, brothers not quite in blood, but one, well, at least one. But I do reckon that I will probably have some stories to talk about in terms of physical pain. Paintballing is I haven't gone in many in a good I think at least 10 years now. I don't think I've been paintballing in the last 10 years, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in Spain without the A. Hello, sir. Are you from AFA? No. That doesn't surprise me. When the army arrived, no one from AFA was here, as if a magician made them all vanish. Maybe more orders will arrive and give us something to do. Oh, do I need to go to Caucho for something? What's her plan? God dang it. Oh, so I probably have to go get to King Woe. Oh my god, my brain is not working. Yeah, I think this being the end of stream, I'm pretty sure I'm just starting to like flag out really fast. I'm definitely starting to lose my focus and my energy and my brain cells. My energy brain. The energy brain, it's the electric one. Unlike my writing brain, which is powered by ink and like the ink machine. Very powerful, but ineffective for other such things. I will say there is one game I might, if I have to look up how I play it, but there is a game for the Kingdom Hearts series that I might want to play sooner rather than later for my own sake, because I found out something kind of important about Dream Drop Distance that it makes me want to play it for my own sake. And that is the fact that apparently the World Ends With You characters are in Dream Drop Distance. And having become, I'm going to say I've become a bit of a stan for The World Ends With You. I think that game and these two games so far have been I think they're quite special. So I feel like I have inadvertently become one of its staunchest defenders, which I think is to me, it's a little funny. And I think it's funny to me because it feels like a series that on the onset, I wasn't sure if I would have jumped into it the way I did. But I think the fact I did feels really cool. I think I appreciate it more now. And I think that that's something that I think with a lot of game series, I end up appreciating them more when I stream them. And I think a lot of sorry, I just had something just broke my train of thought there. But I think a lot of the games I play, that is what it ends up being. Is that I think even if I come in with a lower opinion, there's only 2 games that have actually gotten worse in my mind over time. There's only 2 games that ever actually felt worse, and one of them is that game's fault. The other one, I think the other one is just fatigue, you know. But there's one game I've streamed that I'm like, yeah, this game. Actually, I guess there's 3. I guess there's 3 games where the more I played it, the less I thought of it. I know one of them was Halt. Oh, okay. Hi. This guy's halted me. Are you adepts? Yes. Our apologies. We didn't know you were the adepts we were expecting today. Head inside, please. King Woe is waiting. Oh, okay. Thank you. Gaucho Palace. You must be the adepts we're expecting today. It's time for your audience with the king. I feel like I don't know what we're dealing with, but oh, I should walk around this place and figure out everything, huh? Gaucho army's too weak to fully conquer Ayutthaya. Soldiers come home soon enough with their tails between their legs. Gaucho's best generals are there, but they can only do so much with their soldiers are mostly farmers. Yeah. Noticing a trend here. You're all adepts. Let me welcome you with a piece of wisdom. Absolute conquest takes patience. Once we seize the southern shores of Agi, maybe we'll name this entire region after King Woe. It'll be King Woo. Came from Sana when I heard the ancient treasures in the labyrinth below the place, but I haven't laid eyes on a single one. They don't return at all. Yeah, unfortunately, nobody returns from the labyrinth. Yeah, I think what I'll do, I just had the thought. I think what I'll do is I will search. I'm gonna search this place over. We'll search this place over, and then I think what we'll do is I'm gonna save just before the meeting with the king. Maybe I'll save right after the king, because then I know I'm going to Ayutthaya next. Emperor Ko was still alive. Warmongering Tyre was once Emperor. Sana was known as the Dread Emperor for his aggressive expansionism. On his death, the Civil War, Sana eventually crowned Unan as the new emperor. Back in those days, our old home was the strongest country in Angara. Just as his new palace was finished, Emperor Ko died. Ever since then, Sana has become cowardly and weak. Well, that's nice. King Wo should have got his throne, but Unan stole it from him. Now King Wo will do anything to get it back. I mean, I kind of can't blame him because it's probably his birthright, but it still feels a little weird. Labyrinth down those stairs was built by the ancient ancestors of the Ayutthaya. We can't figure out how to penetrate its mysteries. When we were on friendly terms with the Ayutthaya, we would ask for their mysteries. Oh, down these stairs. Is this the Ouroboros? Right there? Well, that's kind of specific. Okay. If I go in and talk to the king, what's going to happen? I knew adepts are late. You promised they would be in Caucho by now. Who is this lady? Chalice? So I did King Wo. They will arrive at any moment. Majesty does not wait for any man, Chalice. This is impertinent. Kanshuku. What is this guy's name? This woman brims with a beauty that's rarely seen among the people of Angara. Chalice has become a trusted advisor at King Wo's court, but it seems that her strange wealth of information is what has caught the Caucho ruler's attention. Well, she certainly looks pretty, I guess. Kanshuku is correct, Chalice, so these adepts had better be worth my precious time. Truly built like a king who is willing to throw soldiers at problems. Interesting. I think they're talking about us. The King Wo guy there is a real creep. What does he want with us? Who is this guy? Hey, so may I speak, my king? The adepts will be worth their weight in gold if they can breach the Ouroboros. That's what Chalice has promised, but I just don't know why we trust this foreigner. I like it. Why is his mustache so, like, sideways? A woman is assistant to King Wo's advisor, Kanshuku. In practice, Mesa is the one who keeps King Wo's court on course. That's nice. My dear Kanshuku, I know far more than you ever will. How dare you? Spare me, Kanshuku, but do try to look impressive. We have guests. Oh, it's these guys. What? And you summon your own guards, Chalice. You go too far. Your personal soldiers are quite unusual, Chalice. Oh, yeah, cool. Well, ain't that fun. So... She's in the same group as Blados, I see. Well, that's fun. Now, Chalice, tell me exactly who our little visitors are. Let me do the honors, Your Majesty. These are adepts. You're bumbling toady Kanshuku. You really know nothing at all. These are quite exceptional adepts. Dear Chalice, with a name like that, you gotta be working with that cocky Blados. Oh, you know of Blados? Then you are my adepts. Well, like the Chalice lady said, we're exceptional adepts. Let's say another word, Tyrell. You know what's funny about that? Is that this is... Your name is Tyrell, is it? Sure, whatever. This is Roy. He's our leader. Scrumptious information. 2 names I won't forget. Roy and Tyrell. God dang it. We've confirmed you truly are my adepts. I hope you're everything I've been promised. They certainly are, Your Majesty. These adepts have the power to fulfill your greatest ambitions. But which will be first? To get the relic from the Ouroboros and help your army in Ayutthaya. The relic or military victory? I've waited so long for both that I can hardly decide. The Ouroboros, an army in Ayutthaya? They think we're here to help them with something. Crazy if they think that, right? Yeah. Just, I don't have the dopey smile. Don't think I'd be going with the flow right now if I were you. These guys seem evil. Well, to be fair, we are getting put in an advantageous position by being given free reign to go do stuff. They don't realize What an honor is to serve the great King Woe. They refuse. Refuse. No, these adepts won't be able to resist once they hear about the powerful artifact in the Ouroboros. I like that these guys are actually funny. The adepts heard of a relic found in the Ouroboros. Well, it's a mask of considerable power and importance. A mask. Ah, so have I enticed you? Yes. Of course, for clever adepts always seeking out such things, are they not? It's how the if you get your hands on the mask, it's all mine. Why go all this trouble for him? When you consider disobeying me, adepts, I must have that relic. It's the key to power that will help me wage war like never before. Now, you send the adepts to Ayutthaya first. The mask may take too much time. Our generals are in need of urgent assistance to complete our siege of the castle. These adepts could tip the scales in Coucho's favor. Ayutthaya will finally fall. Give this plan my seal of approval. Write it up and give the letter to that Roy person there. They're giving me the letter. Beg you listen to the letter to ensure it lives up to the word of His Majesty. What the? That's a big letter! To Kusung. Okay, what? God, I can't pronounce for crap. What the heck? Older of the two. Master of the Dragon Spark Attack? What the heck is that? Loyal service companions are sworn to use their synergy to help you crush Ayutthaya. Woe, King of Coucho. I think annihilate Ayutthaya would have captured my sentiment better, but yes, the letter is fine. I have been handed the giant scroll. I got Woe's letter. I got the Woe. Well, a sec, we're not just going to be used like this, are we? Yes. Just because you took the letter doesn't mean you have to fight their war. There, who are you to question me, the will of Coucho? Are you telling me you adepts refuse to fetch my mask and serve the generals at Ayutthaya? Perhaps I was wrong, Your Majesty. Perhaps maybe these adepts won't. Remember that pledging loyalty to the great King Woe is an honor. And they clearly don't know what sort of rebellion earns you around here. So adepts, do you want to explore the Ouroboros, steal the relic for yourself, perhaps? Let's oblige them. Charles, you are a Viper. Let's agree. Let's get them to the Ouroboros post-haste. Huh? I have a bad feeling about this. So they just throw them in the Ouroboros for fun. What are they gonna do? Summon the guards? They're about to pull something, that's for sure. What do you intend to do with us? Dispose of the garbage. Majesty, can't we talk this through? Time for talk is over. You have vexed King Woe. Now, Your Highness? Away with them. Alright, what is it a trapdoor? Of course. Did that just go straight into the Ouroboros? If I a new batch of adepts to help us breach the Ouroboros. How much longer must I wait now? What say you, Chalice? In truth, I haven't given up on them, King Woe. What do you mean, Chalice? True adepts have a way of proving their worth. Interesting. I think that those adepts are diamonds in the rough. If they survive the fall, they'll soon learn they can't truly enter the Ouroboros. Not yet, anyway. Serving you and Ayutthaya would have polished them up. That would give them just the strength they need. Expect that isn't the last we'll see of them. They'll come back to Coucho when they're ready, now that they know what's in the Ouroboros. Okay, I think we would just die if we fell this far. So, I'm guessing if we had to go here to get into Ayutthaya anyway. So, seems like we had to be here anyway. We're at the bottom of the Ouroboros, we have to crawl back out. Or somewhere within the labyrinth. Oh, they let us down here anyway. We made it clear we're not about to hand over any relics to them. Maybe they thought that we wouldn't survive the fall, but if they're desperate to get that mask, why would they risk it? That they're playing a dirty trick on us. They probably hope the trap's here with no way to get the relic and no way to escape either. Probably another way into the right part of the Ouroboros. Let's find it. Okay. I do think we're going to save here, because this seems like a good spot to stop, actually. Because the Ouroboros is probably going to be... This is probably going to be a tough enough dungeon as is, so... In terms of puzzles, definitely, so... Probably wise to not get stuck in the middle of a puzzle and then have to try later. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for coming by. Thank you to everyone who came by. Couldn't stay to the end. Ooh, what a productive day. Jeez. Alrighty. Let's see. So, yes, tomorrow, Neo, The World Ends With You. And we also have Sunday, we have Ocarina of Time. Let's see, anything else? I will try to get a little bit more work done. Maybe I'll have an update for you guys on how things are going. But I know next week work will be very minimal. It'll be basically streams and maybe a bit of writing before streams. So, because I know next week will basically be preparations for a wedding. So, not mine, but you know. So anyway, we got a raid today. We should probably raid out, huh? Let's see. Oh god. Okay, I do see a new friend is currently a streaming. Let's see, is there anyone else? I'll double check. I'll double check who else is streaming. But I think I know where we're going. Yeah, I think I know where I'm going right now. Alright. Well, either way, thank you all so much. And, yeah. Alright, so, now and whenever I see you guys next, goodbye for now, and thank you so much. I'll see you soon.